Hello, good morning. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again, and it's the World Cup final. England are in a World Cup final. It's the first time since 1966, 57 years it is. Don't worry about it being men's football or women's football. It makes no difference. English football. This is the biggest occasion in English football history since 1966. First time I've ever seen an England senior team play the World Cup football final. So it's going to be very, very exciting. It's all coming up the other side of our lovely intro with music from, of course, Pete Drake.
Lionesses, you come so far, but don't forget who you are. Your roots are yours, but also ours. Giving hope to rising stars. Lionesses, here we go. 2-0, T-A-O.
I don't know, the camera went off. Anyway, we are here ready for this World Cup final. England, of course, against Spain. Wow, it's been quite a tournament, hasn't it? I don't think too many of us were that confident that England could reach the final when it started. We came into the tournament on, some poor form, wasn't scoring goals, and we started quite slowly, didn't we? The Haiti game was quite tricky. Denmark, we wasn't exactly brilliant, was we? And even, of course, in the early knockout stage against Nigeria, we were close to getting knocked out that night, wasn't we? So, we've grown into the tournament. You have to say that a quarter-final and the semi-final performances have been fantastic, haven't they? And we've got to be confident that we can go all the way and, I say, become World Cup winners the first time an England team would have done that in my lifetime, actually, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Now we have got the team news for you. The Spain team looks a little bit weird on here, but anyway, obviously England are unchanged from. Sorry, my camera's gone all stupid again. Anyway, I'll sort that out while you got the teams on there anyway. So I say England are unchanged from the quarter-final and the semi-final. So it's Mary Earps in goal, back three, Millie Bright, the captain, Jess Carter and Alex Greenwood. Lucy Bronze, Kira Walsh, Georgia Stanway, Rachel Daly across midfield, and then Ella Toone and, well, she'll just be behind, won't she? Leslie Russo and Lauren Hemp, of course, who both of those two have scored in the quarter-final and the semi-final. So can they repeat it again and make it three in a row and both score in the final? We'll have to see. For Spain, then, they've got Catalina Cullen-Garnia, fourth international cap. They've got issues there. I think it's goalkeeper. They're back for it's Una Baggio, plays, of course, for Barcelona now. Irene Paredes, Leia Cadena, who's supposed to be joining Arsenal after this World Cup, and Olga Kimona. Then in midfield, it is Teresa Abalosa, Jennifer Hermoso and Aitana Bonmati is probably the best player in their team. And their front three is Mariana Caldente, Abdo Redondo, and, of course, the youngster Salma Perello, who, of course, has made a big impact in this tournament. Add two players. She scored in the quarterfinals and the semi-final as well. So, but that's coming off the bench. She's actually starting this game, so it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of works out. I think Spain's problem is defensively. I think they've got a very inexperienced goalkeeper. We've just seen some clips of her warming up. She looked very, very nervous, actually, the goalkeeper for Spain. I can see us having some issues, some joy there. Rather, I think we need to get some shots in at her, make her have to do some work, because I'm not convinced by the Spain goalkeeper at all. So I think that's an area that we can exploit. Of course, Spain are going to have a lot of the ball. We know that's how they play. We just need to deal with that, don't we? And just be patient. And when we've got the ball, we need to use it well. And when the opportunities come along, we need to take them, don't we? That's what we need to do. And if we do that, we'll have a great chance. Yes, we know Spain have got goals in them as well. But I don't know. I don't know what this camera's doing. It's just doing me head in. I think it might be an issue with the internet, if I'm honest. Anyway, we'll worry about that for now. But yeah, so I'm pretty confident that we can get the result today. I think it's going to be tough. Of course it is, but I think Spain have got maybe some better individual players. I don't think we can really question that, but I think we've got the better team. We've got the better team spirit. We've got the better unity. and obviously we've got the better manager as well. You know, Sarina, 2 World Cup finals in a row, incredible. 4 finals in a row with 2 Euros, 2 World Cups, incredible record that she's got. And what she's done with this England team has been amazing, hasn't it? On the other browser, I think. Let me just see. This is just going to be ridiculous if it's just going to happen all the time.
Oh, I've got problems soon when the internet changes.
It now. Let's just have a look. See what I can see. If I change this browser, it might make a difference. I don't know. We'll see. It might not. Right. So if I go into there, let's see if this makes any difference. I'll have to come out of this one. I apologise. Right. Hang on. I'll just.
We're all watching the game. We're all watching the game.
Right. So let's see. Right. So if I. Right, we might be right now. I've just had to change my browser. That was having problems with the camera; it wasn't connected, but this should be all right now. Anyway, right, we've got a few comments in already. Russ is in the chat. Russ, evening. It's not quite evening, is it? But hopefully it'll be a good evening in Australia. Steve says, "Good luck, England." Of course, Steve, you're in Australia, aren't you? Looks great on TV. No, it does look good on TV. Yeah, the sort of opening ceremony to the finals just kind of going on. Really, a few fireworks going off. Which is all nice. Of course, we like to see that a few fireworks going off and whatever. So, and the teams are going to be coming out very, very shortly. Are they out already? I'm not quite sure if they were. I was messing around with my browser there, so I'm not sure if they've actually come out yet. Obviously, Millie Bright leading out the Lionesses team. In place, of course, Leah Williamson, who I'd like to have seen Leah Williamson sort of there, you know, on the bench with the players rather than sort of tucked away in the crowd, really. I don't know. And Beth as well, really. I don't think Beth's even in Australia, is she, at the minute? Anyway, the teams are about to come out onto the pitch. Now, I was told, I don't know if this is true, but I was told this is the same stadium that England won the Rugby World Cup in 2003. So maybe that's a lucky sign. Who knows? And it's the same referee who refereed the semi-final for England as well, the American referee. So, again, a few omens maybe on our side. But you know, it's not about omens necessarily. It's about turning up on a day and performing. And the players look quite relaxed, actually, in the tunnel. I'm sure they're feeling the nerves and the tension. Certainly, England players seem a little bit more relaxed. The Spanish players don't, but we know they've got a few internal issues with the manager and whatever.
Intense, look at that.
Well, Millie always looks intense, don't she? So, you know, but England, of course. People were saying we're going to be in the blue kit, but I think we're in the blue kit, aren't we?
I can't see it.
We got the blue. I can't see it at the minute. Obviously, Mary Earps has got a green kit. We've got the blue shorts.
Yeah, I can see the blue little bit.
But they've got the blue tracksuits on.
Yeah, they've got blue on.
I'm not sure if we are in the blue kit. Oh yeah, I think we are in the blue kit.
Got blue shorts on.
And Spain obviously in their red, traditional home colours, if you like. Steve says, "Yeah, I told you, Rich, England beat Australia 3-1. Yeah, well, you did, and hopefully England will win today. Actually, get your score predictions in. What do we think the score is going to be? Are England going to be world champions as well as European champions in the next couple of hours or so? I don't know. It is going to be tough, isn't it? It's going to be a very tight game. There's not going to be a lot in it, let's be honest. But I think Spain's weakness is at the back. Our strength is in attack. And, well, defensively as well. I think we're stronger defensively than Spain. And I think we're going to have to be. We've obviously got goals in this team as well. So let's see. I'm going to go 2-1 after extra time, a bit like the Euros final. What are you going to go?
2-1.
2-1, yeah. I mean, I think 2-1 seems a fair score, doesn't it?
It seems a tight score.
But yeah, it's going to be a very, very tense game, isn't it? Steve's gone 3-1 England. Yeah, I mean, potentially 3-1. We could get
that would be good.
We could get a third one like we did the other night against against Australia on the breakaway in the closing stages. You know, if we're 2-1 up, Spain will be throwing everything forward. We might get a third goal. Yeah, potentially. But I think it might be extra time again. It was extra time in the Euros, of course. We had to come from behind, didn't we? Terry's gone 3-1 as well because we have Russo. Yeah, let's hope Russo can score.
Russo.
I mean, to score a quarter-final, semi-final and final of a World Cup would be something quite incredible, wouldn't it? Of course, Lauren Hemp can do that as well because she's got goals in those 2 knockout games as well. So let's see. They just had the Spanish national anthem, which we don't really care about, do we? Let's be totally honest. It is going to be the English national anthem coming up in a minute, which we do care about slightly. Looks like most of us singing along as well. Just can't remember, we don't know the words, but we'll let her off.
I still find it weird seeing him, King. I think it's still weird.
No, it's been, I don't seem to know the words either. Yeah, Millie's got her game face on, definitely.
She has.
So let's hope that that goes well. We'll forgive Sarina for not singing the national anthem, but the players should do, I suppose. Steve says, "Yeah, that girl Hemp killed Australia. She did. She was brilliant in that game.
She was
Lauren
absolutely
Hemp.
fantastic, Lauren Hemp.
She played well in the quarter-final as well, actually. So I think she's going to be key today. She's got that free role now, hasn't she? Sort of roaming around, sort of Alessia Russo, and sort of Hemp's just playing off her a little bit, and it seems to be obviously working. We've changed system as the World Cup's gone on, really, and that is credit to Sarina for being able to make those changes because, you know, it's a different system to we played in the Euros. Obviously, some different players have caused that. And, of course, Lauren James's red card against Nigeria as well. We had to maybe change things for those last 2 games, and it's worked, hasn't it? So, you know, what more can you want, really? You know, it's a system that has proved to be what we've needed with the players that we've got. So you have to give credit to Sarina for working that out and the players for being able to execute it as well. It is going to be a very tense game, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's a World Cup final, and World Cup finals tend to be like that, don't they? And so it's only the second ever World Cup final in football that an England team's ever been in. And we did win the last one a long time ago, before my time, unfortunately. So I don't remember it. Nathan's in chat. Nathan, hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you. Terry says, hello, Steve. What's it like watching football on a channel at a normal time? Yeah, it'll be a normal time for Steve. It'll be the evening, won't it? Steve says, yeah, I'm real for once. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But we've had to do that in the World Cup with watching stupid times, haven't we? So we know how you're feeling, how you've been feeling when you have to watch the Premier League games and whatever. So anyway, they're going through the lineups again. It's Cull in goal for Spain, who's not played that much, really. Carmona, Cadena, Paradis, and Bato is also there in their defence. And Moso is going to be a player to watch, as we know that. And also, of course, Bon Mati. They're the 2 real dangers, aren't they? And of course, up front, the teenager Paraleo, who's done so well in the competition so far, coming off the bench. Big. I don't know what's happening with this. I thought we'd got rid of that problem. We haven't. It seems to be an internet issue. Anyway, Steve said it's 8 o'clock in the evening in Australia. Yeah, that makes sense, wouldn't it, for a final? It's not too bad actually kicking off. It's 11 o'clock a.m. here, of course. Some of the games have been kicking off at 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff. So this one's not too bad. And of course, it's a Sunday, so that's even better, isn't it? But anyway, we are about to get underway. England are in all blue, well, light blue tops and shorts and white socks. England are going to kick off attacking the goal to our right. This is it. Actually, no, we're taking the goal to our left. They've just changed the camera angle now. Thanks for that. So Spain is saying they're red shirts with yellow trim, blue shorts and blue socks. So it's going to be England to kick off, take the goal to our left in his first half. We're off and underway in the 2023 Women's World Cup final in Sydney. England looking to win a World Cup for the first time since 1966. But Spain are not going to be easy opponents. They've got the ball over on that far side. England are battling to win it back. Georgia Stanway getting stuck in, as you would expect her to do. And then Millie Bright tidying up at the back. But it's gone out for a throw to Spain over on that far side. little bit of a scrappy start to the game, but I mean, it's only
It
just kicked off. I think what England need to do is just settle down. We know Spain are going to want to have the ball, so we need to get in their face early, which we have done there. We've won the ball here. Lauren Hemp. Oh, she's just got clattered there by a tackle there. It was Paredes there. She's still on the ground, but England have got the ball with Russo over on the far side. That was a really firm challenge there. Hemp, it's back up here. She's back up on her feet again now. She took that absolute whack there from Paredes. It was a collision at full pace. It looks like Lauren Hemp's okay, but England have managed to keep the ball, but we've been forced all the way back to Mary Earps, the England goalkeeper, all in green, and she goes long up that far side. It's flicked on by Lucy Bronze. She's flicked on again, and Hemp trying to get in behind, but it was good defending actually from Paredes again. But yeah, Lauren Hemp certainly took a whack there. They come together there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that could have actually been quite serious because she got an arm in her face there. She went to tackle the ball. Luckily, she's okay, Lauren Hemp, because she's going to be absolutely crucial in this game for us, you feel, and already causing that Spanish defence a few problems. It's a throw to England over on the far side. Lucy Bronze is going to take it, throws it into the penalty area, just bounces over. Russo couldn't quite get it under control, and Spain managed to clear it away. But again, England actually winning the ball really quickly, high up the pitch, which is really good to see. Steve says a good year 1966. It was, yeah. It was a good year for England, obviously. I think Terry was born that year as well. We've got Bobby in the chat. How you doing, Bobby? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well and looking forward to the game. Can England do it? That is the question. The ball is currently in the arms of the Spanish goalkeeper, Cole. It's only her fourth international appearance and it's in a World Cup final. That is just incredible, isn't it? I think the lack of experience there could prove crucial. I think she only played 3 games last season for Barcelona as well. So very, very inexperienced goalkeeper. We need to exploit that, get some shots away, and let's test her out because she did look nervous before the game, I thought, looking at the warm-up. And maybe she's settled down a bit now. She's not had a lot to do. Anyway, Spain are currently in possession just outside their own penalty. It comes to Una Basso on this near cycle. She's just joined Barcelona from Manchester United, where she'll be playing, of course, with Lucy Bronze and Kira Walsh in the coming season. Anyway, Spain are coming forward now down this near side. Millie Bright's across, but it's inside at the penalty area. Spain looking to get an attack going for the first time. It's Basso again. Can she get a cross in? She does. It hits Millie Bright, but still it's with space. It's back into the box again from Bonmati, but it's gone harmlessly wide of the far post. It's going to be a goal kick to England. 3 minutes played. That's the first real time that Spain have actually got the ball forward. It hit Millie Bright. I don't know if Spain were thinking handball. It wasn't, hit her shoulder, her arms behind her back anyway. And then a shot came wide. I think it was more of a cross actually from Bonmati, which went wide of that post. And it's a goal kick to England, which Mary Earps is about to take. It's been quite a sort of nervy start from both teams. No one's really settled down yet. That was the first real passage of play that Spain have had. And now England looking to come forward over on that far side with Alessia Russo. She does well, plays the ball forward to Lauren Hemp. She's going to put Paredes under pressure. And Paredes just has to knock it out for a throw. Lauren Hemp's already causing problems for that Spain defence. We need to get her running at this Spain back four, and hopefully that can cause a few problems. Anyway, this throws in line with the penalty area, the Spanish penalty area. Lucy Bronze is going to take it over on that far side, England's right. We've got bodies in the box. She plays it short instead to Kira Walsh. Gets it back. Lucy Bronze puts a cross in, looking for Ella Toon. It comes into Russo in the box. It falls to Lauren Hemp, but the shot straight to the goalkeeper. And England have had the first effort at goal in this final 4 minutes played. Spain didn't really get the ball away. It came to Lauren Hemp just inside the penalty area, but she didn't maybe get a good enough connection on it. It needed to go maybe in the far corner. Instead, it was straight at the goalkeeper. But that's what we need to do. We need to get shots away, don't we? And England have just won the ball back again. Rachel Daly, and then Alex Greenwood steps in. England are actually controlling this game at the moment in these very, very early stages. And we expected Spain to come out with possession of the ball, but actually England have probably had the more possession so far. But it is very early stages, and I'm sure Spain will settle down. But we're in their faces as soon as they've got the ball. We're closing them down quickly, and we're going to have to probably keep doing that. Anyway, it was an offside over on that far side. I think it was against Russo. So it is a free kick to Spain, which they take short. And again, England winning the ball back. Georgia Stanway doing a great job over on that far side. But it is going to be a throw to Spain. It's their captain, Kimona, to take it. Goes short. And Spain now just trying to get some possession. But again, England putting them under pressure there. That was Kira Walsh. And Spain are finding it difficult to get their rhythm going, which is what we need to do. But they are coming forward now. Bon Matti on the run,
All the
plays it
teams.
up this near side. It's a good ball to Redondo across to the far
It's
post,
all
but it's overhit. Spain will keep this in play though with Caldente over on that far side. It's back in to Hermoso. Cross comes in, well defended by Jess Carter, but we haven't really got it away. Spain still with a cross into the box, all over to the far post, and that's gone out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Good defending actually there from Rachel Daly it was. But that's, again, when Spain have only come forward a couple of times so far, they have looked quite dangerous there. We allowed Bon Matti to run a little bit too far with the ball. That cross luckily was overhit the first time, and then we didn't really deal with it brilliantly well, but that second cross came over there. And although it was a decent touch in the box, Rachel Daly was there to tidy up. And now England trying to come forward at the other end, but that's played back to the goalkeeper. Got the ball at her feet, all in yellow. The Spanish goalkeeper plays up this near side to Una Battel, looking to bring it forward for Spain on this near side. Just over halfway, plays it forward, but it's cut out well by Alex Greenwood as he plays it into midfield to Kira Walsh. Now it's with Rachel Daly up this near side. England have done that well, but Ella Toon's touch was a bit loose there, and Spain do manage to win back possession, but it's gone out for a throw to England. We've played nearly 7 minutes. Not an awful lot's happened yet. England have had the only shot at goal so far, which was Lauren Hemp's effort, which was a comfortable save. Terry says they're giving them too much room down our left. Well, we have done a little bit. That's where their two attacks have come from, isn't it? But I'm sure we'll make a few adjustments on that side of things to kind of tidy it up a little bit. But, you know, Spain are going to cause us some problems, aren't they, throughout the game? We know that. In fact, if you remember in the Euros, it was down this left-hand side that they got their goal then as well, wasn't it? So that's obviously where they like to attack. So we'll have to be a little bit more aware of that. And I suppose, you know, we are maybe slightly weaker on that side of our defence, aren't we? But anyway, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Anyway, Spain are in possession again now. They seem to have settled down a little bit, Spain, in the last couple of minutes. England are just sort of sitting off slightly, actually, but you can't obviously keep pressing the ball for 90 minutes. It's not possible. And Spain trying to come forward there, well cut out. That was by Alex Greenwood, and now England can try and come forward. Russo is very deep, actually, but she does well to keep possession. Plays back to Lucy Bronze. Now it's with Millie Bright. England inside their own penalty area. They're being forced back by Spain, and now it's with Mary Earps. And she's going to go long to get the ball out of the pitch. That's a good ball, actually, out to that far side to Lucy Bronze. And that's a long ball forward, but there's nobody there. That's not a great header, actually, from Paredes, actually. But Spain are going to be able to get the ball back to the goalkeeper by Cadena, it was. I say is likely to join Arsenal, they think, after this World Cup. She's on the ball now. We'll see what she looks like, whether or not she's going to be a good signing for Arsenal. She comes from Barcelona, so she's going to be a very good footballer. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, Spain are now coming forward again on down England's left-hand side. Again, it's Una Battle coming forward, plays the ball up this near side to Redondo. It was her cross before, and now it's back with Battle again. They've worked this well, Spain. Good defending, though, from Rachel Daly. Although she's playing a bit further up the pitch than she was in the Euros, she's still very, very sort of strong defensively, and she did well there. But it's gone out for a throw to Spain. She's going to have to work hard, actually, Rachel Daly, in defence in this game. She's probably going to need a little bit of help ahead of her as well. Maybe Ella Toons might have to drop in a little bit more as well. But Spain are still in possession again. Kira Walsh battling away. Kira Walsh does well there. Lauren Hemp's got the ball now on this near side, right on the touchline. Tries to go around the outside of Battle. She's done well. It's a good ball up the line as well. Russo's going to chase this. Don't think she's going to get there because it is Cadena there. Those two could well be teammates next season at Arsenal. And the boys now back with goalkeeper Cole. That was good play from Lauren Hemp in a tight area. Got the ball up the line as well. Russo will always chase everything, and she never looked like she was going to get there. And that was that, really. Steve says there, what did James do? Why is she out? I can't remember. Terry says, yeah, she stamps on a play. Yeah, she got sent off against Nigeria. She stamped on one of the Nigerian defenders, and she got sent off. So she had a 2-match ban, and now she's back. But obviously she's only on the bench because we've won the last 2 games with the team that we had. So, you know, that's fine, isn't it? We've got Mark in the chat as well. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Enjoying the game. It's not really got going yet, has it? But Spain haven't caused us too many problems, so it's not too bad at the moment. We're not feeling too bad, are we, at the minute?
Just need to get one with them, I think.
Yeah, it has been a little bit scrappy.
A bit bitty
yeah, Spain have looked better in possession than we have, perhaps. But we expected that anyway because that's what they do. That's what they're good at, aren't they? And we just want to throw there. Lucy Bronze has done well. She's had a good start to this game, actually. And she just won a throw for England over on the far side, which she's going to take herself. Russo's up the line, but she comes in field instead to Lauren Hemp on the edge of the box, who battles away for the ball. But Spain managed to get it clear. And now they're going to try and build an attack themselves. It's very tight over on that far side. Lauren Hemp is in there again, but
she's all over the shop.
It's gone behind for a throw. She is, yeah. She's just going to run around as much as she can, like she did in the semi-final.
Come on, close
Oh, and there's a foul there by Lucy Bronze, and it's going to be a free kick to Spain, but in a non-dangerous area, so to worry too much about that. Probably a sensible foul, actually. It was on the captain Kimono, but England have won the ball back now. Lauren Hemp on inside the box. Lauren Hemp goes through. Good tackle on her there. Oh. It was good defending, actually, there from Paredes. This ball's gone out. It's going to be a corner to England. That was a Spain free kick, actually. England won the ball back quickly. It was good play. It was a Stanway. And Russo played it into Lauren Hemp. She got past one challenge, but she couldn't quite get the ball. Oh, actually, it was Russo in the box there. That Hemp played it into Russo. And actually, that would almost a penalty there because he came through the back of it. If she'd gone down, it could have been a shout for a penalty there, actually. But anyway, it's a corner instead to England. The first corner of the game, 11 and a half minutes played. Corner over on that far side. Let's see if England can get an early goal here. The corner comes into the edge of the 6-yard box. The keeper, good hands actually by the keeper. We were so a bit worried about her. Well, we wasn't worried about her. I think Spain might have been worried about her lack of experience, but she's done well there. Came and collected that corner, and that is the end of that attack. But yeah, bright moment there a few seconds ago. So Russo, maybe that was quite a wild challenge on her from behind actually, and had she gone down. But just trying to stay on her feet and get the shot away, which she wasn't quite able to do. But that was good play from England, again, winning the ball high up the pitch. And we've done that a couple of times already in this game. But Spain now coming forward themselves. This is where they're good, isn't it? Hermoso plays the ball out to that far side. That's a Peroleu running at Alex Greenwood inside the box. Not a great cross zone. Georgia Stanway's there and just gets rid of the ball. Hoofs it clear. And it's going to be a throw to Spain over on that far side. But they worked out well, actually, over on that far side. Again, England trying to close the ball down, but Spain actually played through that one really well, and that's what we know they can do. But as I say, it was a poor cross in the end, and we managed to deal with that. And Georgia Stanway put it away for a corner. Made a little bit more time than she realised, but I suppose when the ball's played into your box in a World Cup final, you want to get it out. Exactly, yeah. You don't want to mess around. Anyway, England have won a throw again over on that far side. I don't know what happened there. Again, they were showing replays of the earlier stuff, so we missed what happened. But anyway, England did have a throw, but Spain have got the ball. But England have won it back with Russo, who's working hard over on that far side, but Spain have won it back again. And now it's Peroleu on the edge of the box. She's going to try a shot. Instead, she plays it square to Basso on this near side. Tries to go around the outside of Rachel Daly. A good cross, but Alex Greenwood's there. And it's going to be a corner now to Spain. Not the most convincing clearance, actually, from Alex Greenwood there. She did well initially, but she needed to put it out for a throw rather than a corner. But Spain suddenly looking a little bit more dangerous now. But it is going to be a corner. Actually, no, it's given us a goal kick. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? I don't know quite how it was a goal kick. It looked like Alex Greenwood, unless it was an offside, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's a long ball played up that far side. Russo trying to get the ball under control and then concedes a free kick right over on that far touchline. Yeah, I think it was a free kick. She tried to come around the side and get the ball, but yeah, it was a foul. And it is going to be a free kick to Spain, but it's over on that far side. They've taken it quickly. Hermoso plays the ball for it. It wasn't a good ball, actually. Millie Bright's in, and now Kira Walsh. Kira Walsh is put under a bit of pressure. Shot comes in. It's gone wide. In fact, I think the referee's blown for a free kick anyway. Two Barcelona teammates there, of course, in battle there in midfield. Caldente and Kira Walsh. It was a free kick.
They're a bit bullies on the ball, aren't they?
Caldente's shot went wide anyway.
We've got to get strong.
So we're nearly 15 minutes played. Only that one real effort at goal, which was Lauren Hemp. But now we've got a chance. Lucy Bronze over on that far side. Keeps the ball in. Plays it back to Georgia Stanway inside the box. Plays across the box. Oh, it's just cleared away from the inside the 6-yard box. But England still in possession. Lucy Bronze was the cross back in again. Comes to Rachel Daly. Plays it square to Hemp. Oh, she hit the crossbar. Oh, it's come out again.
Oh, my God.
England close to taking the lead. God. Lauren Hemp hit the crossbar. Wow. That was so close there. Spain never really dealt with that in the first place. It was a second ball in from Lucy Bronze. It was Rachel Daly laid it back to Hemp, and her shot beat the goalkeepers. Come back off the crossbar. Wow, that was so close. And now Spain look as though they've got an injury to Hermoso. But that was so close to England taking the lead. Lauren Hemp, it was, who's been the most dangerous player so far. Jess Carter's in a defensive challenge there with Paraleo, and she does well and manages to put the ball out for a throw to Spain. But wow, that was so close there. Rachel Day just touched the ball off there. Hemp hit it first time. It was always rising. It beat the keeper just a fraction lower. Oh, it would have been a great goal as well, wouldn't it?
Ball, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
It was so close. Oh, and England so close to taking the lead. Wow. Anyway, it's a throw to Spain over on the far side now. And although Spain, again, probably had more possession, England have had the two best chances of the game, or the only two chances of the game so far.
Anyone can do that.
And it just goes to show, doesn't it, that, you know, as Brian Clough once said, it doesn't matter how much possession you have, it takes a second to score a goal. And England have had the best two opportunities, both from Lauren Hemp, who has looked very, very dangerous, as we expected her to be, because she's been brilliant in this World Cup. She's got to be with a shout of player of the tournament, you would imagine, but let's see how the rest of this game goes. Spain are coming forward now. That's a good ball actually up that far side. Across comes in towards the 6-yard box. Paraleo's there. Spain with a shot. Oh, that was a big chance there from Redondo at the far post. Oh, it was almost an open goal, but Mary kept it out. Really, really poor finish actually from Redondo there at the far post. Almost an open goal just to tap it in, and she hit it straight at Mary Earps, who was in the middle of the goal. Anyway, Spain coming forward again. There's been a big chance now at both ends. We played 17 minutes. That was very.
That
was very, very close out for Spain. Nathan there says unlucky it was. Terry says save. Well, it was, but it was straight out, wasn't it? It was a really, really poor effort actually from Redondo there with an open goal basically. But luckily for England, she wasn't able to take it. But Spain are coming forward again with Bon Matti on the edge of the box. She's got Basso on the overlap here. Can she get the cross in? She does, but it's not a very good cross again. It's Kira Walsh, but again, Spain have won it back. We're a little bit slow getting the ball away. Bon Matti now on this near side trying to go past Toon. That's a good cross. That one's headed away by Lucy Bronze, and then Russo then completes a clearance. Good defensive play there from Russo, but Spain still in possession. Oh, Millie Bright steps in there, and now England have got a chance for a counter-attack. This is good play. Lauren Hemp, who's been the danger so far. Kira Walsh now in midfield, plays it to Georgia Stanway. And England now just slowing the play down a little bit. There's been a rush there from Spain. Russ says they're lucky there. Yeah, we were very lucky there. I agree. They should have scored, let's be honest. But then we could have scored just a few moments before that. Anyway, Russo's trying to get away over on that far side. A little bit of a loose touch though from Russo. And Cadine is able to get the ball and play it back to the goalkeeper. So it could be 1-1, let's be honest. Maybe it could easily be 1-1. Yeah, we'll take that little bit of fortune there with that poor finish that was. But Spain have just started to look a little bit more dangerous, haven't they? But good defensive header there, though, from Jess Carter looking for Russo. It's gone out for an England throw on the far side again. Most of England attacks are coming down the right-hand side. But this is that big chance there. Oh, that is an open goal. She just got to tap that in. I mean, it's a good save from Mary Earps, but actually, she's hit it at the only place Mary Earps could have saved it. Let's be honest. And it went straight at the goalkeeper. So there's a let off there for England, definitely. Lucy Bronze trying to win the ball again high up the pitch. And we have won the ball back high up the pitch. Toon finds Russo on that far side. Lucy Bronze plays it into the penalty box. Hemp's in the box again. Lauren Hemp. Again, another effort from Hemp. She tried to chip it over the goalkeeper, but she wasn't able to get it over. There's good play there on the edge of the box there from England. Toon found Hemp, and she tried to curl it into that far corner, but she didn't get enough height on it at all, and it's gone straight into the arms of the goalkeeper again. But again, when England win the ball back high up the pitch, we're causing Spain problems. Defensively, they don't look that solid, do they? And that is an area that we can exploit in this game.
They're dangerous on the
yeah, they're good with the ball, but we knew they would be.
Yeah.
That's played out to the far side. Now Spain trying to come forward again. We've played 20 minutes. It's been quite exciting, actually. There's been chances at both ends. There's been some tension. There's been some tackles flying in, and there's been some good football played as well from both teams. And England trying to get the ball forward again. Russo over on that far side, battling away there to try to win the ball, but Spain have got possession. and that's always a danger sign of coming forward again. Spain over on that far side. Ball played up that line. Jess Carter going to try and cut the cross out, but it's straight into the arms of Mary Earps at the near post. And that is a decent enough take there from the England goalkeeper. Again, that cross wasn't the best from that far side there from Paraleo there, and it was a comfortable catch for Mary Earps, and now she's going to go long with this kick. Get the ball up the other end of the pitch, which is where it needs to be. In fact, she's going to take it out of the penalty area now and kick it longer. Does go long, but it's not. There's no England player underneath. It's headed away. Tuno gets a touch on it, finds Alex Greenwood. Kira Walsh dinks the ball over the top. That's a good ball. Russo's clear over on that far side. Someone needs to get in the box. Lauren Hemp's making a run now. No. She pulled the ball back, but nobody there. And Spain can get that clear. Lucy Bronze has won the ball back high at the pitch again, but Spain get away with that one. That was a big opportunity there, and Russo got the ball. Nobody made a run into the box. She didn't really have any options there. She tried to pull the ball back. Lauren Hemp in the end made a run towards the edge of the 6-yard box, but it was good play from Russo again, and Millie Bright's just conceded a foul. And it's going to be a free kick to Spain. In fact, most of the action in this game from both teams has been over on that far side in this first half. England seems to be attacking down that side constantly, and Spain have done as well, apart from a couple of early moments on this near side. They're trying to come forward again. Battel now plays a long ball forward. It's a decent ball, but Millie Bright's there, and it's going to run all the way through to Mary Earps anyway. Yeah. And England can deal with that type of thing all day long. It's those little passes on the edge of the box that we maybe struggle with a little bit, but we've done okay so far. They just had that one big chance, Spain, but we've had the better opportunities. We've certainly had more of them. And we have hit the crossbar as well. Mary Earps again is going to kick this long up that far side, but it's gone straight out for a throw. Lucy Bronze caught it actually off the pitch because she couldn't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw to Spain on halfway over on that far side. Hermoso does well, finds Bon Massey, gets it back. Hermoso, a lot of Barcelona players, of course, in this team. But anyway, the ball does fall well here to Lauren Hemp. She tries to go through two Spanish players, and she's won a free kick. Really good play again from Lauren Hemp, just getting the ball and running at those Spanish defenders. She tried to go through a little gap there between two defenders. She got through, but that's a foul there from...
She just obstructed that completely.
From Una Battel there.
I mean, you can't do that way.
No, well, it is
They're not playing rugby.
It is a foul, and it is going to be a free kick. So it's quite central, but it's only just outside the centre circle. So it's too far out for a shot, but it's an opportunity to get that ball into the box. Let's make that goalkeeper a bit uncertain, get that ball just between the penalty area and the penalty spots where we want it to go, really. It's going to be Georgia Stanway to take this free kick.
She'd take the good long one, isn't she?
I think she's going to clip it towards that far side. We've got a lot of height in there. We do look as though in fact, someone's run on the pitch. So the stewards are trying to take them off.
On the pitch.
I don't know if it's some protest for Just Oil or whatever it is. But anyway, someone's run on the pitch and they're just sorting that out now before we can take this free kick. So a bit of drama going on midway through this first half. Anyway, it is now, I think they've now sorted that issue out, and we're just about to get this free kick. Oh, are we? No, we're still going to have to wait. The referee's saying wait. Not quite sure what's going on at the minute. Anyway, we're going to resume. Oh, right, the whistle's gone now, so we are ready now to take this free kick. Still just that way, chips it in towards the far post. Oh, Spain don't really deal with it particularly well, but they managed to scramble it clear. It's a good ball actually in there from Stanway, but Spain now on the counter attack. This is where they can be very, very dangerous. But again, England have done well in midfield to win the ball back. Russo now picks it up. Really good play from Russo. Holds it up well. Plays it back to Alex Greenwood, and England now got possession again with Lucy Bright over on that far side. She does well. Lucy Bronze, sorry. She's doing really well over on that far side. Cuts inside, looking for a pass. She finds that Stanway gets it back again. And England dealt with that Spanish counter-attack really well, actually. Now Jess Carter plays the ball up the line, looking for Russo. It's is it an offside flag gone up against Alessia Russo there? A couple of times. She's just straight offside, hasn't she, Russo? Terry says the 8 you just run on the pitch, is it Steve streaking? I don't think Steve's in the stadium actually, but someone ran on the pitch anyway. And they obviously, when anyone runs on the pitch, the camera doesn't show it, do they, for some reason? Anyway, we don't know what happened, but someone did run on the pitch and it's been sorted out now. And we are back underway. 25 minutes played, England 0, Spain 0, and there could have been a goal at each end actually so far. But there hasn't been any so far. But anyway, Spain coming forward again on the edge of the penalty area for England. Good defending again. That was from Kira Walsh. And that's the one thing England have done really, really well. Defending pretty well in front of the penalty area. But Spain are coming forward again. That's a longer ball. Easily dealt with there by Alex Greenwood and then Kira Walsh. That's a nice little touch to Georgia Stanway. England coming forward again. Russo was off on a run. Oh, she made the run, cut back inside, and then the ball went back up the line.
Can I get that?
And Spain have dealt with that pretty well. And now they can try to come forward themselves. Russo maybe didn't make the best run there. She made a run and then she cut back inside.
She wouldn't have got that one.
Had she carried on going outside, she would have got the ball probably. But anyway, it was a good ball. It's just that she didn't make the right run on that particular occasion. And Spain now just comfortable possession inside their own half. Lucy Bronze steps in, wins the ball.
She's doing well, Lucy.
But it just falls to Spain again. Now they can come forward up this near side with Redondo. Missed that big chance. She's got Bato on the overlap there. Rachel Daly's come across. Good tackle there from Rachel Daly. And she's won the goal kick as well off the Barcelona player. She looked like she had won the goal kick. I'm not quite sure what the referee's given here. I'm sure Rachel kicked it against the Spanish player. Yeah, she did. That's clearly a goal kick. And I think it's been given as a goal kick as well. But the camera isn't really keeping up with the play too well.
It's not, is it? It keeps like going doing.
Anyway, it is a goal kick. But yeah, they're showing replays and showing other stuff.
Replays and we're just not seeing where we're at.
The game's going on. They're not following it very well. But anyway, Mary Oak's going to take this goal kick. And again, it goes up that far side. And is it going to be kept in this time? It isn't, but it is going to be a throw to Spain. It's been given over on that
That's
far
the only
side.
thing you've got when you throw it out.
Spain there, just in possession inside their own half, not really looking too threatening at the moment. They're trying to come forward now up this near side. Battle's going to try and kick that ball in. She does. Good tackle there again from Rachel Daly, but in fact the referee's given a free kick to Spain. Maybe she was a little bit too keen there, Daly, to get in. She just tried to step in front of Redonda. Oh no, she was a foul. She didn't quite get the ball, did she? Anyway, England again have won the ball back well. And trying to come forward, Jess Carter plays it out to Lucy Bronze, who's had a lot of the ball. She's coming forward again. Lucy Bronze cuts in field. This is a good run from Lucy Bronze. She's inside the centre circle now. Look for a little bit of help there. She ran into trouble. She kept the ball too long. And now there's a big gap over on that far side, which Spain used. Russo's having to track back, but she's not going to get there. Spain inside the box. A chance. Oh, and they've scored. And that was all a matter from Lucy Bronze there, holding on to the ball for too long. And it is Kimono's got the goal, the captain getting forward over on that far side in the space that Lucy Bronze had left. And Lucy there maybe did a little bit too much. And England are behind. But we were behind in the Euros to Spain as well, wasn't we? Much later in the game. So let's not panic too much. Ella Toon's complaining about something. I'm not quite sure what. But you have to say Lucy Bronze held that ball for far too long. She should have released it much earlier. And then she didn't really make much effort to get back either, did she? There's a big, massive space there. Russo tries to track back, but she wasn't able to do so. And it was a good finish, actually. But yeah, England were caught out there on that far side. It was a good finish, actually, from the left back into the far corner. Mary Oakes couldn't quite get her hand to it. I mean, Russo was trying to track back there, but she was never going to get there in time. And it's a good finish, actually, across the goalkeeper.
Oh, right in the corner.
And Spain are in front, which wasn't what we really wanted. But I say we were behind in the Euros against Spain, and we came back. So we don't need to panic quite yet, do we? There's still plenty of time, but not really what we wanted. And it was quite a poor goal to concede, actually. You know, we gave the ball away, and Lucy, she's had a good start to the game, Lucy Bronze, but you have to say she was definitely at fault for that goal. and maybe just the shape of the England team, no one dropped into cover for her. And by the time we realised there was a problem, it was too late. Jess Carter tried to get back, Russo tried to get back, but it was too late. And there was a massive space there. And that's the problem when you're playing a team like Spain. If you leave gaps anywhere, they will exploit that space. And that's exactly what they did. But I say we've got plenty of time. We've only played half an hour. So there's loads and loads of time for England to get back into this game. Terry says, not one of our midfield even made the effort to get back. Well, I mean, everyone was caught out of position. The problem was nobody covered for Lucy Bronze when she went on that run. Someone should have dropped in. Jess Carter should have dropped back in, and she didn't. Russo tried to get back, but she was far too far away, and it was too late. But yeah, we didn't make enough effort to get back, but we shouldn't have had to. We should have covered the run in the first place, and we didn't. I think that was maybe Jess Carter could have come across quicker. Anyway, Lucy Bronze again was caught high up the pitch. I know she's playing in more of a wing-back role, but anyway, England now have done well though. Russo spins the defender. Now she finds Kira Walsh, but Spain are all over us now and not giving us any time on the ball. But now there's an outlet here. Rachel Daly's not much of the ball actually, because the ball hasn't really come up this near side. Now Lauren Hemp, can she have a run at this Spanish defence? If anyone's going to get us back in this game, you do feel it's going to be her. She's running at. She's inside the penalty area. Lauren Hemp, can she get a cross in? Good defending actually from Batter. It's gone out for a throw to England though. Good running again from Lauren Hemp. But she's going to be the most likely at this moment, you feel, either scoring a goal or creating something. It is a throw though to England on this near side. Rachel Daly's going to take it. She's not much of the ball actually, Rachel Daly, so far, is she? Certainly not attacking. Lauren Hemp again. And it's gone behind.
It's gone off with one of their players.
Looks like a goal kick. And it is going to be a goal kick to Spain. But yeah, England not really. We just need to settle back down again, don't we? After that, after that goal, we it was just one mistake that we made. Losing the ball, and not, we were just, our shape was all wrong, and they've taken advantage of it, and that's what Spain do, unfortunately. But anyway, I say we've still got loads and loads of time. It's only 32.5 minutes played. And we have threatened on a couple of occasions already. We've hit the woodwork. We've had one or two opportunities. So, we're certainly still in this game. And we need to stay in this game. Bearing in mind, Spain, in some of the previous knockout rounds, they've conceded goals, haven't they? They've led and then they've conceded goals. So, I've got no reason to think that the same thing won't happen again. I think we can definitely get back into this game. But Spain at the moment are enjoying a good spell here. And that ball's played through, but it's going to run all the way through to Mary Earps. We know England have got character, this team. Going behind won't necessarily bother them too much. As long as we keep ourselves in the game, we'll keep our patience, I'm sure we will. And the chances will come eventually. We just need to make sure that we take them. And it's simple as that, isn't it? Anyway, Lauren Hemp again, this time over on that far side. But she doesn't get there. Lucy Bronze now plays the ball forward. It's flicked on by Russo, but again, he's cleared away. That was by Paredes. It's going to be a throw to England over on that far side. Just Carter takes it quickly to Millie Bright. Now Alex Greenwood. I think we need to kind of use this left-hand side a little bit more.
Yeah, we're not using it.
Because we've not used it at all, have we? Rachel Daly now has got the ball on this near side. Rare for her to actually receive the ball. She's had to do some defensive work, but she's not got a chance to really get forward yet. That's a good long ball there from Millie Bright across to that far side. It was chested down, by Lucy Bronze, but Spain do manage to tidy that up. We've got, 11 minutes of the first half remaining. Plenty of time. We've had a couple more people in the chat there. We've got Bongo Guna in the chat here, and he says, not good. No, it's not good, but it's still early days, so we're fine. So that, don't worry about that. And we've got Deepak as well, said, all the best, England. Hope you win it. Yeah, well, we're all hoping, but let's see. We've got some work to do in this game yet, haven't we?
Yep.
But I'm confident we can still do it. We've created chances already. We'll create more. And we just need one of them to go in, don't we? And then suddenly we're back all square again. So the important thing is that we don't concede a second goal, because that would be very, very difficult, wouldn't it, to come back from 2 down. But yeah, we just need to keep ourselves in the game, stay concentrated. And I say, our chances will come. We know that. We've got the quality. We've had 1 or 2 already. And we just need to keep going. But anyway, Spain are coming forward again. We've just got to see this through, haven't we? We don't want to concede a second one before half time. That's for certain. You know, we went behind, didn't we, against Colombia, and we came back. We can definitely do it again. You know, we got pegged back against Australia and went up the other end and scored. So we know we've got the mentality to do it. It's just we've just got to keep ourselves in this game. There's a foul there by Georgia Stanway, and the referee is going to have a word with Stanway there. Oh, she stood on her foot actually, a little bit late, but anyway, I don't think she's going to get a yellow card. But it is a free kick to Spain over on that far side. It's important how we defend this well. We're into the last 10 minutes of this first half. Spain 1, England 0. This free kick is going to come in from that far side. It's inside the penalty area, headed towards the goal. Millie Bright didn't really get a clearance away. It was Paredes there with the second effort. Not a great clearance that was from Millie Bright, actually. She had a big opportunity to clear that away. It was quite a simple clearance, really. It went straight back to Paredes, but her volley went wide, quite a long way wide, actually. But that wasn't great defending, actually, from Millie Bright there. And England trying to play it out from the back and getting themselves in a bit of a muddle. Mary Earps had to kick it out for a throw. We just need to keep our heads, really, and not do anything stupid.
Yeah.
It's a throw to Spain. Rachel Daly's in again. She done some good defensive work, Rachel, actually, but she must be frustrating for her. She hasn't been able to get forward at all, really. Spain are now pegging us back, though. Hermosa on this near side does well. Gets a cross in, but that's going to be easy for Mary Earps. And England get the ball forward.
They're just hesitant. I don't know what's the problem.
Mary Earps rolls it out though to Jess Carter on that far side, plays the ball forward in to Russo, tries to turn away there, but runs into the defender, and Spain have picked up the ball again, and England haven't really settled since the goal, really. And Spain have a lot of the possession. Rachel Day's defended well again there, actually. And England do pick up possession. It's gone all the way back though to Mary Earps. Jess Carter now inside the penalty area under a bit of pressure. Gets the ball out to Lucy Bronze over on that far side. Just lays it back to Jess Carter, who goes long up that far side. Russo's battling away, but the ball's already gone out. It's going to be a throw to Spain. England have been a little bit ragged in the last 5-10 minutes since the goal. Just need to settle down.
They do.
But anyway,
Calm themselves down.
There's still plenty of time. There's no reason to panic yet. There's still loads and loads of time in this game. We're not even at half time yet, so we don't need to worry yet. But England are going to have to find something from somewhere. Ball out this near side. It is Redondo. Battle's got outside her. But again, Rachel Daly's done well defensively. England can't get possession of the ball really at all. It's coming back all the time. And again, brilliant defending from Rachel Daly again, actually. Lauren Hempler trying to get involved, and now England do win a throw, but we need to get hold of the ball here. And it's not been a great spell this for England, but it is only still 1-0. Rachel Daly with a throw up this near side, but Russo couldn't get there. And Spain now back in possession with Cadena. Now it's up this near side. Paredes again inside, midway inside the Spanish half, goes back to Cadena. And it's played back out to that far side again to the goal scorer. Camosa plays it up that line, but nobody's there. It's going to run all the way through to Mary Earps. Coming up to the last 5 minutes of the first half. Steve says all Spain last 15 minutes, England not running like last game. Well, no, we're having a little bit of a tough time at the minute since the goal, but we just got to see this through and regroup. Terry says Russo and Hemp dropping too deep. We ain't got no outlet. Well, yeah, they're having to drop deep because we're just not getting the ball up there, are we?
Yeah.
So they're having to drop deep to to get the ball because it's not going up that far the pitch, is it? And that's just because, you know, Spain have got this momentum now. And they've just won a corner as well, Spain. Have they? Oh, no, it's a goal kick. It's actually Jess Carter did well there, actually, on Caldente. Looked as though...
And she's grabbing a hold of one.
It's good defending, actually, in the end from Carter. And it's going to be a goal kick to England. We are there into the last 4 minutes of this ball, coming up from the last 4 minutes this first half. And you do feel that England just need to see this through now till half-time. And... if we can keep it at 1-0, then we've got a chance to sort of regroup and go again. But there's still time to maybe create 1 or 2 opportunities before half time to try and find a way back into it. Kira Walsh plays that forward to Lauren Hemp.
Come on,
She's done well. Lauren Hemp again goes past one player, goes past two. Russo now on that far side. It's going to be the moment. Plays into the box of 2. Oh, she completely missed it.
No.
Oh, any touch on that from Ella Toon, and that's probably 1-1. She may well have been offside, actually. In fact, she was offside. It looked as though she was offside. I think Russo maybe just delayed that ball. She should have played it there. She waited, and then she was offside. But there's no excuse really for Toon not to get anything on it at all. That's a big chance for Ella Toon. Any touch on that, it goes in. It wouldn't have counted anyway, as it turned out. But again, you see England are creating chances, and we have created chances in this first half. And if we can just settle down and get the ball forward and get Lauren Hemp involved, we will have a chance of getting back into this game. There's no doubt about that. But that was, it looks a bad miss, but I'll say it wouldn't have counted anyway. So let's not be too hard on Ella Toon for that, because even if she'd scored, it wouldn't have counted anyway. So let's, you know, it doesn't matter too much, I suppose. But she should have obviously put it in, there's no doubt. Anyway, England are in possession with Millie Bright. And that may give England a bit of a lift coming up towards half time. The fact that we did manage to get in behind that Spain defence again, which we have done a couple of times in this first half, but hadn't done for a while actually. Right. Rachel Daly now on this near side. She's got Lauren Hemp in front of her. That's a good ball in towards Russo. Oh, it just runs away from Russo. It wasn't a good ball actually. It was a good idea to try and get Russo involved, but it wasn't a great execution. And the ball's run through to the Spanish goalkeeper Cole, and we're into the last 2.5 minutes of this first half. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time. Not much, I wouldn't imagine. There was obviously that little stoppage where the person ran on the pitch for a minute or so. There was one little stoppage before that, wasn't there? So we probably won't get 1 or 3 minutes maybe. But anyway, England won a throw. Good play from Rachel Daly. Rachel Daly's had a good first half, actually. Certainly defensively. She's not had much else of the ball, but she's worked really hard and she's tried to stem the flow of the attacks for the Spanish down this near side. She's done well. It's a throw there to England, which Rachel Daly takes. It wasn't a great throw, actually. Lauren Hemp wasn't maybe ready for it. But this ball's going to be tidied up by Alex Greenwood. Oh, that wasn't a great ball from Greenwood. A little bit short there.
Too short.
Didn't really give Millie Bright much chance, but Millie Bright's done well. And Alex Greenwood now can get the ball clear up that near side. Again, that wasn't a great ball either. England just having a few little moments in this game.
Have them nailed and get them out the way from Jesus.
Spain coming forward again. We must not concede a second before half time. Spain in possession over on that far side. They're knocking the ball around well at times. That's a ball played into the box, but it's going to run all the way through. It's going to be a goal kick to England, no problem there. Paraleo hasn't really done that well in this first half for Spain, actually. She's looked good coming off the bench in a couple of games, but she's not made much impact in this final for Spain. But they are winning. They're just showing Lauren Hemp's effort to hit the bar, and then, of course, at the other end, the goal from Cremona there, the captain, that has given Spain this lead. But England now coming forward.
Come on.
Again, it's going to be Lauren Hemp over on that far side inside the penalty area. There's not really anybody else in the box apart from Ella Toon. The cross comes in. It wasn't a great cross, but Spain don't really deal with it, particularly when it comes out to Georgia Stanway. She scored the winner, of course, in that Euro quarter-final against Spain. But again, we don't really make the most of that opportunity. No. We're not getting enough people in the box. There's a couple of times when we've got the ball down that far side. We've got it behind the Spanish defence, and there's like either no one or just one player in the box. That time it was Ella Toon, and that was it. And there was like 3 or 4 Spain defenders. You're never going to get a goal when that's the case. We just need to commit an extra body into the box maybe sometimes, just to make it a little bit more difficult for Spain. We've made it. It's only 1 minute of stoppage time, actually, which will probably be for that person running on the pitch, because there hasn't really been too many other hold-ups in this game. It's flowed pretty well. Maybe we need to stop it flowing. England trying to press high up the pitch. Don't know what Jess Carter's doing all that way up the pitch. He needs to get back. Anyway, that's a ball play forward. Again, you see England lose their shape on the attacker now. Bon Matti on this near side. Little bit of space. Pulls a cross in towards the edge of the penalty. Actually, it was a poor cross in actual fact. And it's gone all the way over to the far side. But that's the problem that England have. As soon as any one of our players comes out of their position and Spain has got the ball, they just go straight into that space where it is. They do it all the time, and that's what led to the goal. And we just need to watch that. We have to be patient. Sometimes we're just trying to force it a little bit, and that's where we're losing the ball and then we're having problems. When we've got a defensive shape like we have now, it's quite difficult for Spain. I know there was a shot there from a Parallel that went wide. We generally look okay when we've got our shape defensively. We're okay. It's just when we maybe take a few risks, and not even risks, just people just come out of their position. Actually, that was not a bad effort. Is it outside of the post? Actually, I think Mary Oaks wouldn't have got that. In fact, it is half time now. That was the last action of the first half. It is Spain 1, England 0. You have to say Spain have probably been the better team. Yeah. I would say slightly. There's not much in it. We've had more opportunities at goal. Certainly we have, but Spain have made the most of one of theirs. In fact, they may well be their only. Oh no, they had another effort on target, didn't they? They sort of one that was an open goal that maybe they should have done better with. But other than that, yeah, it's England have had their moments. Certainly, we've had obviously Lauren Hemp's hit the bar. Lauren Hemp had another couple of shots that have been straight at the goalkeeper. I just think in the second half, if we're going to get back into this game, we just need to commit one more body even into the box, because sometimes there's only Ella Toon in there, and you're not going to find it easy to score a goal, are you, when you've got only one player in the box with 3 or 4 defenders? So that's something we need to do better. We just need to watch our defensive shape a little bit as well. And if we do lose the ball, we've got to recover our shape a lot quicker, because Spain have exploited that a couple of times now. But it's only half time. We fell behind in the Euros midway into the second half, didn't we? And we still found a way to come back. So I'm not overly panicky at the moment. But yes, we do need to obviously do a lot better in that second half if we're going to find a way to win this World Cup. What Sarina got up her sleeve at half time? Let's see. Terry says here, well, something's got to change in the second half. They're walking through our midfield. Yeah, well, we kind of expected them to have the possession, didn't we? But Steve says that England got to start running more with the ball faster. Yeah, I mean, you can see what our tactic is. We're trying to get the ball and get it in wide areas, usually as it's been on the right-hand side. And we're trying to exploit that area, aren't we? Maybe looking at that weakness in their defence a little bit more. But we're just not really, we haven't really put enough people in the box. I don't feel that we've really pushed enough people forward into the box when we've had the opportunity to. So it's something we need to improve in the second half. I'm sure we will. We're going to have to, aren't we? Let's be honest. As the game goes on, we're going to have to take 1 or 2 more risks. If you remember in the Euros, we threw Millie Bright out front, didn't we, for a spell? So we'll see how that goes. So we'll have to look and see. Just have a look and see what's going on. So we'll see. Yeah, they're just showing a goal again. Lucy Bronze losing the ball. And that massive space. See, yeah, Jess Carter wasn't really aware. She was a little bit slow there, wasn't she? Getting across, and say Russo couldn't really track the runner. That's what happens when there's a space. Spain will exploit it, and that's what they did. But there's still time. Let's not panic. It hasn't been a brilliant first half, but despite that, we have still had 2 or 3 good opportunities. Say Lauren Hemp hit the bar when it was 0-0, and that could have made a difference. But yeah, it was disappointing when we lost the ball there. The lack of effort to get back from Lucy Bronze. Actually, she just stood there Didn't make any effort to try to track back, and in the end, it was Alessia Russo coming from centre forward to try and get back, but she couldn't do it. She was, she was too late to get there. So, yeah, really, really poor goal. But it's gone now. We just have to focus on what we can do right. Bongo Goodness says, at what time should we panic? Well, I mean, if it's only 1-0, I don't think we need to panic until maybe the final few seconds of injury time at the end, then maybe panic. But obviously, if we go 2-0 down, then that maybe is a time to panic, isn't it? I suppose. But no, I mean, I just think we just need to keep patient, because I think we have created chances, and I think we'll continue to create chances in the second half. I don't think Spain are that great defensively. I really don't. I think that's where their issue is, and we have managed to get in behind and exploit it a couple of times. Obviously, the longer the game goes on, what's going to happen is at some point Lauren James is going to come on, and she will obviously want the ball and run at the defenders, because that's what she does. And if she doesn't create a goal or anything, she's likely to win us a free kick or a penalty potentially, because she just runs with the ball. So that's going to be an option, isn't it? A bit later on in the game as well. So, I wouldn't be too worried yet. Sarina's quite calm, isn't she? She doesn't tend to make sort of panic substitutions, does she? She's very calm and she thinks about it a lot. So I just think that let's not worry too much at the minute. Let's keep going, and I'm sure the chances will come. We just need to just be a bit more clinical when they come. We've had a couple of big moments in that first half, and we haven't made the most of them, have we? Terry says perhaps we should go 4 in midfield and bring Kelly on down the left and go 3 up front. Well, these are things that I think we will see later on in the game. I don't think we're going to worry and do that yet. Nathan says there, where's that gone? We need to keep possession better. Yeah. They may run out of steam later on if they don't. Yeah, I mean, we do need to keep possession better, but we always knew, didn't we, when you're playing against Spain, they're probably going to have more of the ball than you are. That's just the way it is. That's the way that they play. A bit similar to in the Premier League, if you're playing Man City, you're not going to get a lot of the ball. So what you've got to do is, when you get the ball, you've got to keep it better, and you've got to, create a lot more chances than maybe we did. I know we've had a couple of chances there, but I'd like to see us just be a little bit more, move the ball a little bit quicker in that final third. When we've done it a couple of times, it's worked. I say the chance for Lauren Henry hit the bar, that was just from getting the ball into the box, laying it off quickly, getting a shot away. And if we do that more, we're going to create more chances. And I think we're in the second half. Most games in the second half open up more, don't they, as the game goes on, partly due to tiredness, changes in tactics from teams. That obviously the game itself is in a different position, isn't it? If you're winning the game, Spain aren't going to take too many risks, are they? As it goes on longer, if they're still winning, they don't need to take risks, do they? And it's the onus is going to be on us to try and get the ball and take it to Spain, and that way, are we? So, which is going to create spaces behind, as we've seen. So it's going to be a tricky one, isn't it? Wayne says there, Lucy Bronze thought she was Ben White marauding up the field. Just ran into a bomb. Yeah, well, she ran into trouble, didn't she? She ran into the middle of the pitch, and there was like 3 or 4 Spain players there. What she needed to do is, as soon as she'd cut inside a bit, pass the ball, and then there's no problem. She could have passed the ball and either dropped back into her position or carried on going for a run down the wing to create an attack, because she is a wing back. But she didn't. She ran straight into trouble. We lost the ball, and is it that she didn't get back or she couldn't get back? I'm not really sure. She made not very much effort to get back, and Spain exploited that space, and that's where the goal came from. So yeah, very, very poor play from Lucy there. But up until then, she'd done pretty well, hadn't she, in that first half? But that's the thing when you're playing a team like Spain. One mistake, you switch off for a second, and you conceded a goal. And unfortunately, that is what's happened in that first half. But I say there's plenty of time. It's not panic yet. Steve says, Rich, what's the vibe in men's Spurs beating Man U with Aussie manager that no one knew? Well, yeah, I mean, there seems to be there was a bit of a buzz around Spurs yesterday, it seems, because they beat a very, very poor Man United team. I mean, I watched little bits of that game, wasn't we, watching it? And they played what I saw. Spurs played quite well, actually. And you know, I kind of said last week when Harry Kane left that sometimes when you've got a player that's so important to your team, everything is through that one player. We had the same issue a little bit with Thierry Henry, didn't we? And I remember when Thierry Henry left, everybody was worried, oh, what are Arsenal going to do? But actually, that season after he left, we had a far better season than we'd had the previous season because we had to play more as a team rather than just relying on some brilliance from Thierry Henry. So, and I think you could see a little bit with that with Spurs yesterday. That they played well. They did play well. Maybe that wasn't very good, but you know it's only 2 games in for the new manager, isn't it? But yeah, I suppose it's unusual having an Aussie manager in the Premier League, isn't it? But he's come with a decent record, hasn't he? I know it's Celtic where he was at before, and everyone you've got to be a pretty poor manager not to win stuff with them, I suppose. But no, I mean Spurs looks okay, but I'm not worried about them particularly. We've got other things we need to concern ourselves with other than them. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Bongo says there from Eric Ten Hag to Eric Seven Hag to Eric can't beat Spurs Hag. Yeah, I mean he's see, but they never said that last season that weren't they bottom of the league after 2 games and still came third. So you know, it's early days still, and you know they did all right last season, didn't they? Won a trophy, so let's not write Man United off quite yet. Terry says, in my opinion, we're standing too far off them, giving them too much time. Yeah, we are a little bit. I agree, but it's difficult when you're playing a team that likes possession of the ball, isn't it? What do you do to stop that? It's difficult, isn't it? Because if you close them down too quickly, then there's going to be problems, isn't there, in terms of pushing people towards the ball. There's space in behind, and if you don't win the ball, then there's gaps, and it's a tricky one, isn't it, to get it right. And you know the reason why Spain are such a good side is because other teams can't always figure out how to deal with that. And yeah, we've struggled a little bit with it. Let's be honest, we have. There's no question about that so far. But we did in that Euros game, didn't we? You know, we were lucky. Maybe we hadn't gone 1-0 down prior to the point that we did. We then went 1-0 down, and we looked out, didn't we? Let's be honest. And we found a way. And this is what this England team do. We find a way, don't we? And I'm sure in that second half, we'll find a way, whatever that is, whatever we have to do tactically or bringing players off the bench, whatever it is. Sarina will know what we've not done right in that first half, and she'll know what we need to do to turn it around. And I still feel that we can do it. You know, we just need to be a little bit more positive when we've got the ball, because at times, I don't know, we look as though we haven't taken enough risks. And to win big games, you sometimes have to take risks. Not too many risks, obviously, because we don't want to concede another goal, do we? But yeah, let's see what happens anyway. I'm sure Sarina's got a plan, because she tends to, doesn't she? So we'll see. Steve says, let's go back to this point about Spurs. He says, yes, not a one-man team. I mean, I don't think Spurs were a one-man team particularly, but obviously everything, Harry Kane was their man, wasn't he? And now he's gone, they're going to have to readapt. So obviously the new manager's come in. So it's not like, Lauren James is coming on at half-time. Wow. We said Sarina doesn't tend to make panic. I'm not saying it's a panic substitution, but it looks like Lauren James is coming on at half-time. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I would say maybe Ella Toon, because she's not really ever touched the ball, has she? Everyone else has done okay in the attacking sense, and we haven't had the ball enough up there. I would maybe think Ella Toon's going to come off. Are we going to see another great moment from Lauren James? She's shown it in this World Cup already, hasn't she? 3 goals and some great performances earlier in the tournament until that crazy incident against Nigeria. Is she going to come on and change this game? You know, we've seen substitutions from Sarina make a massive difference before. Is this going to be Lauren James's turn to shine, maybe? Let's see. We know what she's capable of. They're just showing a couple of her goals there against China and Denmark, of course. We need her to find that form again, and in the second half, it looks like she's going to be coming on. My guess would be Ella Toon going off, but we'll see. I'm a little bit surprised that it's that early, actually. I would have expected that after about 60 minutes. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens in this second half then. But, yeah, We'll have to wait and see. But I'm a little bit surprised about that actually coming this quickly because I say Sarina doesn't tend to. I'm not saying it's a panic substitution. There could be an injury. Someone could have an injury, and that might be why the substitution's happening now. Or maybe she's realised that if we're going to get back into this game, we need to have somebody who's prepared. I mean, Lauren Hemp's been doing it, but maybe we need somebody else who's prepared to get the ball and run at people. And that's what Lauren James will do. We know that's what she'll do. So we'll see. Anyway, let's have a look and see. Steve says, is there any Arsenal women out there? Terry says, yeah, Russo is a good one indeed. Yeah, and this new player for Arsenal, besides from Spain as well, Carina. It's Russo's gone off.
Really?
Wow, Russo and Daly. Well, she's made 2 subs at half time. So Kelly, Chloe Kelly and Lauren James. Wow.
Why is she taking Russo?
That is a shock actually.
Russo's had a good game.
Russo's been the player that scored the goals in the last 2 rounds to get us through. And she's taken it off. Wow, that's a big shout there from Sarina. She's obviously wanting to change the shape of the team.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing, and let's see if it works. But anyway, we're back off and underway, and Spain have just won a free kick there. Lauren James has just fouled a Spanish defender. So it looks as though is Lauren Hemp going to be the main striker now? Steve says there you go. I hope they're not hurt. Well, yeah, we have to wait and see. Russo didn't get any of the ball there, says Bongo. No, she didn't really get much of the ball. She was working hard. But we've seen what she didn't get much of the ball in some of the other games, and she still popped up with a goal. Anyway, Chloe Kelly now on this near side. I think we're going to see a totally different England side in the second half now with those 2 changes. Well, we can't question Sarina because she doesn't get much wrong. So maybe this is a genius. I mean, obviously 2 good players to come off the bench. So we're not going to complain about that. I'm just a bit early. That's my concern. She's made the changes very, very early. But it's a World Cup final, so I suppose, you can't sit back and hope for things to change unless you do something about it. And at least she's taken some action here to try to get us back in this game. Let's see if it works. Anyway, Spain are coming forward at the moment in the very, very early stages of this second half. Lauren James looks as though she's going to be over on that left-hand side. Chloe Kelly on the right and Lauren Hemp through the middle as almost like a false 9 maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. Let's see how this works. That seems to be how we're set up. Maybe just dropping Ella Toon a little bit deeper to shore out that midfield. Chloe Kelly just conceded a free kick. Lauren James hasn't got the ball yet. I know they've only just started the second half, but she did pull her back. It is a bit soft, but it is a free kick. So Sarina has made these early changes. I'm quite surprised that she's done that. But anyway, Georgia Stanway now in possession. Chloe Kelly.
Come on, lads.
Chloe Kelly got the winner in the Euros final. Is it going to be her day to get the winner in the World Cup final? But we've given the ball away, and Spain now have got an opportunity to maybe get a second goal, which would make it really difficult for England. Battle now over on that far side. Lauren James has come across to do her defensive work for the team as well, and she's done well there. Lauren James defensively. She always looks like she's not trying. She's just got that laid back style, hasn't she? She's just got that laid back style, but you try and get the ball off her, it's quite difficult. Anyway, Spain in possession again over on that far side. Coming forward again, that's Bonmati. And Redonda there didn't get a good touch, and Jess Carter's across to clear that behind for a throw to Spain. It's important that we keep switched on in the early part of this second half. But Spain are coming forward again. They're keeping the ball actually over on that far side. But they've given it away now, Lauren Hemp. And she's won a throw, is she, for England? She has. If we can get the 2 Laurens on the ball in the second half, then I think we'll have a chance, definitely, won't we? We're going to create some chances in the second half. I don't think there's much question of that. It's just, can we find a goal? We need to score the next goal, don't we? There's no doubt. We need to get level, and then it will change the whole complexion of the game. You've seen in other games before, Spain have conceded a goal and they've maybe their heads have dropped a little bit. So we need to get that opportunity. That's a poor ball forward there, actually, giving it away in a dangerous area. And now Spain again looking to come forward with a goal scorer, actually. Kimona there, but again,
Oh
England
my
don't clear it away.
God!
That was Chloe Kelly's poor clearance there, and England are creating a few problems for ourselves at the minute. And there it is with Caldente on this near side. Fire to Moso, Caldente again. Oh, that's a good ball through inside the penalty area to Bonmati. Comes back out to Caldente. She's going to get a shot away from the edge of the box. She does get a shot away. Oh, Mary Earp just got a fingertip to it, turned it around the post. I'm not sure if it was going wide anyway. Mary Earp wouldn't have known that at full stretch. She was there, the England goalkeeper. And England is not clearing the ball at all. We had 2 or 3 opportunities to get that away. We didn't take it. And then in the end, we allowed Caldente to get that shot away. Oh, it was going in. Good save, actually. Really good save. That was just going to drop in that far corner. You can see the ball bouncing there. It was going to, yeah, it was just going to go in. It would have probably hit the inside of the post and gone in. But Mary just touched it around the post. That is a good save. But it is a corner to Spain. And England haven't, you know, we've changed our shape of the team, but we haven't got the ball yet in the second half to really to show what we can do with it. And it's going to be a throw there. Georgia Stanway cleared that away from the near post. In fact, it might be another corner, is it? It's another corner. Yeah, it must have already gone out. 50 minutes on the clock, and England haven't got in the Spain half yet since half time. We need to be strong here. See this through.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, that was a terrible corner, actually. It's gone straight out for a goal kick. We'll take a few of those. That was Abeliera there with that terrible corner, and that's a goal kick to England. Now we need to just, you know, keep some possession. A little bit of space here up this near side for Georgia Stanway. Plays it into Chloe Kelly. Got her back to goal. She does well, Chloe Kelly there, but she was in a tight space, and Spain have won the ball again. Lucy Bronze wins it back now. Georgia Stanway plays the ball forward to Lauren Hemp. Again, we're not getting enough players around Lauren Hemp when she gets the ball. We need to get more players around her so we can get the second ball as well. That ball's played up this line. Millie Bright's across there. Defended that well, Millie Bright, as you would expect. It's gone out for a goal kick to England. Bongo Guna says there that corner could have been from Arsenal. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it was that bad, wasn't it? But anyway, I say we'll take a few of them if they're going to keep doing that. Anyway, Alex Greenwood now bringing the ball forward for England. But again, we can't get into the Spain half at the minute. And we're not going to be able to score an equaliser unless we do it at some stage. Anyway, Alex Greenwood now again trying to bring the ball forward, plays it forward to Lauren James, turns nicely. Lauren James plays the ball up the far side. Jess Carter's come forward now. She finds Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp plays it back into Lauren James. We need a moment of magic from her, but that wasn't it. It's a poor pass. It's got out for a throw to Spain. Let's get Lauren James in this game. She is probably going to be key, actually, isn't she? And I don't know whether or not partly the reason why that substitution happened at half time, unless there is injuries that we don't know about, it could be because they know that Spain will be worried about her. And it will create some doubt in their minds. And maybe that's what another reason to do it. Anyway, England have got the ball now. Millie Bright just plays it square to Lucy Bronze inside the centre circle. Now it's with Kira Walsh, just touches it off. Alex Greenwood plays that ball up that far side, looking for the run of Ella too. It's gone for a throw to England. That's fine, which Jess Carter's going to take. Looks like England may have gone to a back four, actually. Anyway, that wasn't a great bit of play there from England. Lauren Hemp didn't really have much chance on that throw, and Spain have managed to get the ball again. Get the clearance up the pitch, which is not a bad ball as it turns out, but England have won it back. But now they have just Millie Bright now in possession. She's got Lucy Bronze here. Instead, she plays up this near side to Chloe Kelly, touches it back to Lucy Bronze. This is a bit better from England. Just we've had a little bit more possession now in the Spain half. Chloe Kelly now. Chloe Kelly delivers a ball. It goes away across the far post. Lauren Hemp came in. It's gone wide at the far post.
I thought that was in.
Big chance for England. That
keep doing that.
Chloe Kelly's ball in was brilliant ball. She may have been offside. No, I don't think she was offside. What a cross that was. Bent away from the defence.
That had to go in.
It was so close there. In fact, was it? It was a Spain defender just got there first. So that's a corner then. Anyway, the referees gave a goal kick. It looked like the defender got there first. That's how it was. Just got there ahead of Lauren Hemp. and that was maybe why that went
Oh.
wide. Anyway, it was given as a goal kick, and now Spain are trying to come forward up this near side. But that was England's best moment of the second half.
Come on, more of that, please.
Or Lauren Hempson again
Ooh.
trying to win the ball high up the pitch. In fact, the referee's given a free kick, and now she's going to, in fact, give a yellow card to Lauren Hemp. A little bit over enthusiastic, maybe there from Hemp to try and win the ball back. I mean, she's had the right to go for that. She just got there late. Well, she hardly touched her, actually.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I don't think that's a yellow card. I can see why it's maybe
She
given.
stood up. Did she understand it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it seemed a little bit of a harsh yellow
That was
card.
harsh.
You can kind of see why she gave it, because it looked as though Lauren Hemp dived in a little bit, which she did. She didn't really make much contact, but anyway. Anyway, Lauren Hemp's got a yellow card, so she just needs to be a little bit careful for the rest of this game. We've played only 10 minutes of the second half. England finally starting to look a little bit more dangerous. And that was a very, very good ball in from Chloe Kelly, which created that opportunity just a moment ago. That's what we need to keep doing. Again, we wasn't overloading the box with players, were we? There was only really Ella Toon and Lauren Hemp, and that was it. And in the end, it was almost led to a goal, though. So that's what we need to do. Again, that wasn't great play from England, and Spain have picked the ball up again. It's played out to that far side to Battle. Lauren James hasn't really touched the ball yet since she came on, which is something that we need to look at. Anyway, that's a ball forward for Spain. They're looking to come forward again. Cross into the box, well defended. He's going to be a corner. It was Bon and Matty there with the cross. Alex Greenwood it was, came across. And England need to be solid at the back here. We cannot afford to concede a second goal. But while it stays at 1-0, there's always a chance. Remembering was it a quarter-final against Holland when Holland scored in the last minute? In fact, in the semi-final, Sweden scored the last minute against Spain as well, didn't they? Only for Spain to then go up the other end and score again. But they are certainly vulnerable, Spain. So we need to just keep it at 1-0, and then we'll have a chance. That's good defending, though, that time from England. A long ball forward. We've got no one up the pitch because obviously we were just defending that corner. And it's going to be the goalkeeper, Cole, who's not really had a lot to do. In fact, there's nothing to do in the second half as yet, and not really had much to do in the first half, if you're honest, in terms of saves. Just Lauren Hemp's shot against a crossbar. Terry says here, England's only hope now is Lotta Woober-Moore. Yeah, throw her on up front for the last 10 minutes. Or maybe throw Millie Bright up front and bring her on in defence, maybe. But anyway, let's not worry about that yet. It's long ball forward for Chloe Kelly again on this near side. She's had a good impact, actually, in the second half so far, Chloe Kelly. Can she help to create this goal? Played ball back low to Lauren James now on the edge of the penalty area. Looked like she wanted a little bit more movement there from Chloe Kelly, but it's a cross in to the far post. The ball comes back across from Jess Carter. It was at full stretch.
She's not a striker,
she couldn't pull it back across. And Spain are looking for a counter attack. It was Kira Walsh's cross, actually. That was it was a decent ball, but it was Jess Carter at the far post. And she tried to just pull it back across the goal. But Spain cleared it. But England now have started to get a little bit more possession in this second half. That's a ball forward up that far side, looking for the run of Ella Toon. She's going to get there. She's not going to get there because Paredes is across and just puts it out for a throw to England.
Come on.
Sensible defending from Spain. We're coming up towards the hour mark, and England starting to look a bit more threatening now in the second half. Lauren James plays the ball square to Millie Bright. A little bit of space for the England captain. Finds Lucy Bronze on this near side. Now Chloe Kelly back again to Bronze. Can she get the cross in to the edge of the box? She does. Lauren Hemp's got there, but it's just run away from a little bit, Lauren Hemp. She's trying to chase the ball down. She's done well, but Spain have managed to clear that ball away. But Millie Bright's there, and Spain can't get it clear at the minute, actually. This is much better from England.
Come on.
Lucy Bronze now on this near side has done well. I'm sure she'll want to make up for her mistake it was for the goal, really, but we've lost the ball again. And now Spain are working their way out of a tricky situation. But England now have won the ball. In fact, we haven't because the referee's given a free kick. Foul there by Kira Walsh. Was that a foul? Let's have a look again. Well, I don't know. It was very tight. I'm not sure really. Minimal contact, but I suppose if you're in the back of a player and they go down, it's probably going to be a free kick. Anyway, Lucy Bond steps in and wins that. Chloe Kelly again. That Bronze and Kelly combination down this near side has been quite successful so far. Now Kira Walsh dinks a ball over the top for Chloe Kelly again. Chloe Kelly really has done well in the second half. Keeps the ball in. Can she get a cross in?
Cross over.
It's not a great cross. In fact, it's hit the crossbar and gone behind at the top of the crossbar. That was a poor cross, but she certainly causing some problems, isn't she?
Yeah.
Down this near side, she's made a big impact. But that was a poor cross. In fact, it's gone out, came back in again, and then hit back of the crossbar. And Spain are now making their first change, actually. It's going to be Hernandez coming on. It's a defensive change. And Redondo's going off, who missed that big chance in the first half, didn't she, for Spain? She's now going off. And they're bringing another defender on for a forward player. Kind of, you know, when you 1-0 up, I guess that's would seem to be a sensible substitution, maybe a more defensive player in. Maybe she's going to come across to this near side to cut out that danger from Chloe Kelly, maybe. But anyway, England are certainly getting on top now without really creating a real big opportunity to score, which is what we're going to have to try and do, aren't we? But there's still half an hour to play, so there's no panic yet. There is no panic yet.
You like to say that, don't you? No panic yet.
Well, it took us till about the 85th minute or something to equalise in the Euros game, didn't it? So, you know, we know that Spain are vulnerable late in the game anyway. They have been in this World Cup, so we just need to keep going, keep patient, and I say now we've settled into this second half. We're actually doing okay. We do need to get Lauren James into the game a bit more though, because she's hardly touched the ball. Anyway, Spain now have got possession, but again we've won it back. Jess Carter does well there. She looks a little bit clumsy sometimes, Jess Carter, but you know she can be a good defender. But Kira Walsh has now lost the ball, and now there's an opportunity for Spain. But actually, Hermoso runs into a bit of trouble. But Bonmati takes up. She's going to line up a shot from distance. That wasn't too far away either, just over the top. I think Mary Earps had that one covered actually, but we allowed her to run with the ball too far there. I mean, it wasn't a bad effort. It was always rising. And I think Mary Earps would have just touched it over had it been on target. Lauren James then plays it out to Jess Carter over on that far side. We need Lauren James higher up the pitch, really. But anyway, Jess Carter's almost running into trouble, but she's done well. And touches the ball back to Alex Greenwood, gets it back again at Jess Carter. Now she finds Lauren James over on that far side, but she's still in the England half. Goes past a couple of challenges and thinks a long ball over top. It's a decent ball. It's just going to run through, though, to the goalkeeper. Georgia Stanway was after that, and in fact, Georgia Stanway has committed a foul. Every time a Spanish player goes down, the referee's giving a free kick against us. That was just a 50-50 coming together there. I don't see how that's a foul. That's not a foul, is it? I mean, it's you know, she did stand on her foot afterwards, but that was only because she was moving forward. Anyway, but they're just showing Bonmati's effort there, which, I think Mary Earps would have got that had it been going in. It was always rising though, wasn't it? Yeah, if it had been a bit lower, she would have got a fingertip to it and tipped it over anyway. But it went over the top anyway. But England are having a much better spell now. We've won the ball again. And we're looking a lot more comfortable in possession. Again, trying to get Chloe Kelly in on this near side. That seems to be where England want to exploit the Spanish defence. We brought Lauren James on, and we're not getting the ball up that side of the pitch to give her a chance. Good defending again. That was from Jess Carter actually, and gives the ball back to Mary Earps. Now it's with
keep possession. That's the best.
Bright. 63 minutes played. Still time. Still quite a lot of time. That was a poor ball forward there from Millie Bright.
Just keep possession.
And Spain now. They're just going to slow it down when they get the ball. Of course they are. Because they've got the lead, and England just need to try and win this ball back. This is Kimono on that near side. Pulls it back across the penalty area. It's going to come all the way across to Caldente inside the box.
What's going
England
on?
Can't get it away. And the shot comes in. It's gone wide. In fact, it's deflected wide. I think it's going to be a corner. Peraleo it was there with the shot. Spain are claiming handball. I'm not quite sure who handballed it, if we're honest. But the Spain manager there seems quite sure it was a handball. Let's have a look. Well, I don't think that's not a handball, is it? Oh, I don't know. It did touch her hand. Oh, that could be given as a penalty, you know. VAR get involved. I don't know if they are. They're checking it.
Oh,
I mean, her arm was by her side. She hasn't made her body bigger. But then if you saw the penalty that England conceded against China, a similar situation, although that was a shot on target. Her arm's by her side. It's hit her hand, but I don't think you can give that. Surely you can't give that as a penalty. That would be ridiculous. Because she hasn't tried to make her arm bigger. Bongo Guna says it shouldn't be a pen. I think, well, it shouldn't be. No disadvantage. But no, exactly, yeah. She didn't make her body bigger, did she, by putting her arms out? Her arm was by her side. And yes, the ball's hit her hand, but it was straight at her hand from like a yard away. What's she meant to do? Do you know what I mean? Cut her arm off. So you cannot give a penalty for that. It would be an absolute joke. In a World Cup final, it would be a joke to give a penalty for that. VAR still checking it, so who knows what they're going to decide. I mean, there's no doubt it hit her hand, but her arm's by her side. So, you know, we cannot give a penalty for that. Absolutely not. And I don't know if they've decided yet. I don't think they have. VAR are still looking. Is the referee going to go to the screen? The referee's going to the screen. You know what this often means? They change their decision. They've been told to look at it. Usually they're told to look at it because the VAR team think it's the wrong decision the referee's made. The referee gave a corner. So is this going to be given as a penalty? I think it would be one of the harshest penalties ever in a World Cup final in particular. It does hit her arm, but her arm's not, she hasn't put her arm out to get the ball. She's keeping her balance and then she's moving her arm back in and it doesn't stop the ball. Look, she still keeps the ball. Caldente still keeps the ball after that. It didn't take it away from her path. You cannot give a penalty for that, surely. Surely you cannot give a penalty for that. That would be ridiculous. She moves towards the ball. But what's she meant to do with her hand? What is she meant to do with her hand there? I think it's going to be given. I actually think it's going to be given. But what is she meant to do? I think the VAR is telling the referee quite clearly it's hit her hand. It should be a penalty. There's no question that they want to give this as a penalty. They're desperate to give this as a penalty. And you can see, if you look at that replay enough times, you can see it's hit her hand. Look, there, bang, it hits her hand. It does. Is there any advantage to England by her doing that? No. Has she tried to stop the ball with her hand? No. But I think it's going to be a penalty. I really do.
Oh, just put more at me. Come on. What is it? God's sake.
Surely they cannot. You know, in the World Cup final, you cannot give a penalty for that. You just can't. It would be ridiculous. Let's see. Anyway, she's going to make a decision now. Let's see what it is.
After review, there is a punishable handball by number 4.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous decision. Absolutely ridiculous decision. If that's what football's come to, then it's pointless playing football anymore. You can't give a penalty for that. It's ridiculous. That is an absolute shocker. I mean, yes, it's hit her hand. There's no doubt it's hit her hand. You cannot give that as a penalty in any game. I mean, in a World Cup final in particular, but any game, you cannot give that as a penalty. No advantage was gained by England for that hitting her hand. Lucy's now trying to create a few issues. Some of the Spain players are getting involved, obviously, to try to put off the penalty taker. You know, it's a bit of gamesmanship there from Lucy Bronze, but that is a ridiculous decision. It's made the penalty, the final, just a joke now. I don't know what Keira Walsh meant to do with her hand there, or take her hand off, chop her hand off. England are saying the ball's not on the spot. It's going to be Hermoso to take this penalty. They're saying it's not on the spot. It's sort of on the spot, but it's anyway. There's pressure on the penalty taker as well. Let's not forget. Is Mary Earps going to be the hero, or are Spain going to go 2-0 up? You do feel that this is going to be a big moment in this final, and the referee, well, VAR have well decided this game. Unless you miss it, she looks a bit nervous. You have to say.
I'm not even watching.
Yo, she saved it! Come on! Justice was done.
I didn't even watch that.
That was a terrible, terrible penalty. Justice was done, as Mary Earps is saying that as well. That is exactly, now England are going to go on and win this game.
Come on!
And we should go into the VAR room and celebrate as well.
I couldn't watch that. I couldn't watch it.
Justice has been done there because that was never a penalty in the first place. It was
an
awful penalty. Well done, Lucy Bronze, actually, for getting in her face and putting her off. That was great play from Lucy Bronze.
Get a goal now.
Now I think we've got momentum here. Chloe Kelly trying to get in behind. The goalkeeper's out of her box. And it's going to be a free kick to Spain. What a surprise. Wow. Drama. I mean, Mary Earps has saved it. You have to say she's done well, but it was a terrible, terrible penalty.
I didn't watch it.
Actually, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just far too straight, and she dived the right way. That's a good save, actually, to be fair. I mean,
I couldn't watch.
She didn't hit it with any power whatsoever. Mary Earps dived the right way.
Go on, Mary.
I'm surprised they didn't make her take it again for being off her line. But anyway, justice has been done there because it wasn't a penalty.
It wasn't deserved that.
So surely now we are going to go on and win this game. We've surely got some momentum with us. I think we're going to be fired up by that terrible decision in the first place. And we've now got to throw. Lucy Bronze has taken it up the line, and Chloe Kelly's trying to, Lauren Hemp's trying to battle her way through. But in the end, we just need to maybe calm ourselves down just a little bit. Oh, the goalie, they're taking a risk inside the penalty area. Thought she was Edison for a minute, and now Spain have given the ball away. But Spain have managed to pick it up again.
Jesus.
Wow, that was an exciting few minutes, wasn't it?
Jesus,
wow, incredible. Nathan says there, the fact the referee was at the screen so long. Also, I do not think the ref didn't think it was a penalty. You could see VAR are telling the ref it's a penalty. Bearing in mind, if you look at 25 replays of something, you could see anything in it, and it did hit her hand. There's absolutely no question it hit her hand. You know, we can't doubt that. You've just got to say, for it to be a penalty for me, it's got to be some sort of advantage to the defending team. And there wasn't. Her arm's there. What's meant to do with her arm? Well, she's just pretending to be injured to waste a bit of time. I mean, they're showing it again. How on earth can you give that? Honestly, the referee should be sent off now. And the VAR, well, not so much the referee, because the referee didn't give the penalty. VAR they should just scrap VAR right now, because that is ridiculous. You cannot give that as a penalty. You just can't. I mean, luckily they missed. Well, Mary saved it, but ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
What the hell's happening now?
Let's hope that actually that inspires England now. It looks like it's fired us up a little bit. There's an injury to one of the Spain players, which is actually the one that Arsenal was supposed to be signing. And it looks like it could be a knee injury, which would be typical, wouldn't it? With all the ACLs that Arsenal have had. Obviously, if it is an ACL, we won't be signing it. She's having to go off now, and they're bringing on a substitute as well now. Spain, their second change they've had to make, and that doesn't look very good, does it, for Cadena in this game? Leia Cadena, I say, is linked to be signing for Arsenal, but if that's I mean, she's limping off the pitch. It doesn't look like it's an ACL. You'd imagine she'd be on a stretcher if it was. So. Anyway, Lucy Bronze, of course, her current Barcelona teammate, shakes her hand there as she goes off. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one, because I say she has been linked with Arsenal quite heavily. And she's now gone off with an injury. And it's Andres has come on. Just a straight swap there, really, for Spain. So let's see whether or not England can turn this around. We've played 73 minutes after all of that. There's going to be quite a chunk of stoppage time now, because it took them 10 minutes to come up with that decision for the penalty. Chloe Kelly's done really well on this near side for England. Gets away from the defender. It's fallen nicely here for Ella Toon. That was terrible. Now there's a bit of space for Ella Toon. What is she doing?
Ella Toon's having a meh.
What on earth is she doing, Ella Toon, now? The ball fell to her nicely. She just had to run with it, and she just seemed to want to stop.
She's having a meh.
Anyway, if that was Lauren James, we'd have got that ball and just ran straight forward at the goal. And I don't know what Ella Toon was doing. You know, we've got a thrower on that far side, and what we need to do is we need to keep our calm. You know, we can get excited, but the players need to stay calm. George is down there battling away for the ball.
When people are sitting on the floor, you know what I mean?
Lucy Bronze now. What are you
Oh,
doing?
oh,
Lucy
come
Bronze
on.
tried a shot from miles away. Very,
Come on,
very
just chill.
optimistic. We've got a magnificent Jaffo in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. We'll be feeling a bit better if England can score a goal.
I know.
And there's 16 minutes of normal time. There's going to be at least 6 minutes of stoppage time, you would imagine, at the moment. Maybe more, you know, for the VAR check, and also some time wasting from Spain who are coming forward again. But Lucy's there. She's going to play it back to Mary Earps. And that's a ball played up again to Chloe Kelly, who's done really, really well actually in this second half. She's probably been our best player. Probably our best player in the whole match when you think of the impact that she's made. But let's see if she can have the big impact by maybe scoring a goal. Can she score a goal in a second final in a row? And of course, Tooney scored in the final as well. She's still on, so she still got the opportunity to score in both. Lauren Jones, this is what we want her to do, running at players. That's a good ball as well up that far side to Lauren Hemp. The cross comes in. It's going to fall to Chloe Kelly. No, it isn't. Good defending actually in the end by Spain. This is better from England now. That's what we need. Get Lauren James on the ball. Get her running at that Spanish defence. That's what we need her to do. She's got the ball again inside the box. The angle's a bit tight. She fires a shot. Oh, did the goalie save that?
Well, keep going.
She's had a good couple of moments there, Lauren James. She's not done much since she's come on, actually. Not her fault. She hasn't had the ball, but that was a good effort. That was going in. That's a good save, actually.
That was going in.
That could have been a goal there. It was a good effort.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
That was a decent save, actually, at the near post by the goalkeeper. We were saying that maybe she wasn't up to much, but she's actually done all right. And she's done a good save there. And Lauren James has suddenly come to life. It is a corner to England with 15 minutes to play. Over on that far side, Alex Greenwood is going to be taking it, I think. Chloe Kelly's in there. It was a corner that she scored from in the Euros final, let's remember. Can England make a set piece count in these last 15 minutes? The corner comes in. It's a decent ball. Oh, it was flicked on. Lucy Bronze was coming in, but she's going to get there. Lucy Bronze on this near side. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. It's not a bad ball. There's no one there for England, but it wasn't particularly well cleared. Oh, Alex Greenwood couldn't get that ball under control, and now Spain have got a counter-attacking chance. This is always going to be what could happen. We're going to have to throw players forward, and we're going to have to take risks, aren't we? And we are going to be open to a counter-attack. But Spain have kind of slowed the play down, and England have managed to get everybody back. And then they give the ball away. Jafar says, I'm really impressed with the Spanish defender, Cadena. She's a fantastic defender. We now have got a baller there. Very good signing for Arsenal. Well, she just got injured, actually. we haven't signed her yet. She does look good. I agree. She had a good game. Let's hope the injury's not too bad. But although, to be fair, if it's a minor injury now, she's got plenty of time to be fit for the season, hasn't she? As long as it's not an ACL, we don't really know. But anyway, that ball's played forward by Spain. And there's going to be a free kick to England, which is the first free kick we've had.
My God.
Greenwood's gone down there with a head injury. And a yellow card actually for for Paraleo there for that foul. Let's see what actually happened there, because was it an elbow in the face?
I don't know.
She looked more like the ball that she's gone down. She's bleeding. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, looking at the replay, that it looked like quite a harsh yellow card. For Paralelo there, because she didn't look like she did an awful lot. She jumped up for the ball. I mean, some of the yellow cards that we've had, I suppose, we'll take it. Let's hope the injury's not too bad. Obviously, with head injuries and stuff, you have to be careful, don't you? But let's hope Alex Greenwood's okay.
Sarina's given James some.
Bongo Guna says there, where's VAR now? Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think there was much in that, if I'm honest. When you look at the replay, I don't think there's much in it. But, you know, obviously the injuries look worse than what it is when a player goes down like that. But anyway, she's got a yellow card. And, yeah. Anyway, it's given England maybe a little bit of chance just to regroup a little bit for these last 12 minutes. In fact, Alex Greenwood is getting patched up. It looks like it's just above her eye. She must have just been caught there. And there's a couple of players warming up. Is Lotta Wubben-Moy going to come on in the World Cup final for Alex Greenwood? Wouldn't that be something amazing? She hasn't played all tournament. But anyway, Bongo Goody says, I'm biased, not afraid to. No, that's fine. You can be biased. I didn't think there was much in that, if I'm honest. The injury makes it look worse because she's got she's having to be stitched up on the pitch.
What's happening?
Now we know that obviously yesterday, Caitlin Ford got a facial injury and carried on to play the rest of the game. So Alex Greenwood won't have to go off unless she's had a concussion, which I don't think she has. I think she's been bleeding and they need to sort that out, which they're doing. So I don't think she's going to have to come off necessarily on that basis. Jeff says why is Alexis Putellas not starting? I thought she was the best player in women's football. Well, I think she might be injured. I'm not really sure. I don't really care actually. But
Brought us some more shorts on the
but
top.
they're having to change her top and stuff because she's got blood on it. So yeah, Alex Green was getting some treatment now on the pitch. Going to add some more stoppage time.
Kit.
It's going to add some more stoppage time, isn't it? Anyway, now there was already probably going to be 6 minutes, so we're looking at probably 10 minutes now of stoppage time at the end of this game. So we've got plenty of time. We've got 20 minutes of football to play in this game. So we've got enough time to get ourselves back into it. They're just showing that replay. Let's see if you did. What's you caught her with?
A knee.
Oh, it was
knee.
actually,
my
yeah.
God,
To be fair, it was a knee in the face. Actually, yeah.
In her eye, I think it was her eye.
I mean, she was looking at the ball. I don't think there's any intent there.
No.
And I think a yellow card's the right decision. But yeah, she's come off bad because she put her head down to hit the ball and as she brought her knee up. Yeah, she got a knee in her face, and it's obviously she's going to have a Terry Butcher on now, which is going to be quite good, isn't it? The old Terry Butcher headband for the rest of this game, but it's going to lead to a massive chunk of stoppage time, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Which is good for us, maybe, because it gives us more time. We're into the last 10 minutes, but I say, don't worry about that. There's loads of time left still in this game. Alex Greenwood is sitting up now with a big bandage around her head. Oh, look, Billie Jean King's in the crowd. Not quite sure why, but maybe she's supporting the Lionesses because she met a few of them, didn't she, at Wimbledon? So maybe that's why. Anyway, Alex Greenwood's back on her feet again. And she's got a big bandage around her head.
Dear me.
Hopefully she's going to be okay to continue. But we shall see how she goes in the next. She's obviously having to come off her temporarily because she's had some treatment. And it looks as though, I don't know if she has to have some stitches, but she's obviously keen to in fact, I think she's going to have to change her shorts. So she's having to go off to change her shorts and come back on again. Bit of a strange situation going on here, but let's hope she can get back quickly because we're currently down to 10 players in this game. Mary Earps takes that free kick. It's headed out for a throw to England. Let's not rush this. We want to get Alex back on, don't we? She's back now. Look, there you go. It didn't take long, did it? Alex Green was back on again, which is good to see.
Let's
hope she's going to be okay for the rest of this game. Bongo Guna says, how is she not stopped? Because it's not a concussion, is it? I say Caitlin Ford yesterday had the same issue and you carry on. It's only if you get a concussion you have to go off. And she didn't. She just got a cut to her head. So that's why she can carry on. Jeff says, I still don't understand why Russo came off. She should at least move her to number 9 position. Yeah, I was surprised she came off. But anyway, if we win this game, it won't matter. Bronze with a cross, good cross, but Spain are there defending. It comes to Jess Carter on the far side. She thought about a shot and then realised she was Jess Carter, so didn't. Bronze puts it back in. Oh, that was a good ball as well. No one attacking that at all. And that was a big opportunity, actually. It's a decent cross. Lauren James was just moving away. In fact, actually, maybe she didn't quite get it as she would have wanted to, but it was a dangerous ball into the box. And Spain have now won a throw on that near side. But yeah, I would have kept Russo on because the goals that she's scoring, she only needs one chance. She gets in the
box, just get out in the box, But
she's shown that she can score goals in this tournament. But anyway, Lauren James just won the ball high up the pitch. Surely that's a foul, ref. No? Oh, okay, it's not then. So the ref decided not to give a free kick for a push in the back, but she'll give a penalty for when the ball's hit someone's hand from a yard away. Brilliant. I don't know what was going on there. See, it's an American referee, you know what they're like. I mean, she pushed her in the back.
Dear me, man.
I mean, that's not a foul. How is that not a foul? Oh, that is ridiculous, honestly.
They don't want us to win, do they?
No.
Definitely not. That's just.
Anyway, Spain coming forward again, looking for the second goal that would probably seal it. You have to say it's 84 minutes on the clock, but don't forget there's going to be a massive chunk of it stoppage time still to play. So we're not quite in the same part of the game as we were in the Euros final. It was around about this time that we scored the equaliser, actually, wasn't it? 86. See, she's been fouled. See, she gives a foul there in our own half for exactly the same foul that was on the edge of the box and she didn't give. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's exactly the same foul. She just grabbed her from behind. Exactly what happened before. Look, that's exactly the same foul. Out on the edge of the box, she doesn't give it. And then when it's in England's own half, she does. Ridiculous. And now Hermoso's gone down.
For God's sake. I just got down for the fun of it, these lot.
See, this is typical Spanish, isn't it? You get it from Man City with Pep. You get it from Arsenal with Arteta. It's just a Spanish thing, isn't it? When they're winning a game, wasting time. I don't like to see it when we do it, and I don't like to see it when they do it. I mean, yeah, to be fair, she took a bit of a lump there from Georgia Stanway. But even so. Anyway, she's back on her feet again. It's just going to add more stoppage time. That's all you're doing. You're just adding to more stoppage. You're probably going to get 12 minutes now. We are into the last 5 minutes of the 90, but we're not worried about that because we've got at least 10 more to come, maybe more than that now. We could be playing, and if we score an equaliser, we'll be playing all afternoon. Anyway, Hermoso now is... There's nothing wrong with her, let's be honest. And she is going to be coming back on in a minute. And in fact, they might be making a substitution. You know, this free kick played into the box. Millie Bright flicks it on. Oh, no one really read it. It was obvious Millie Bright was going to win that header. And nobody ran off her to get round the back. And had we done so, we would have had an opportunity maybe. But we have got a throw over on that far side. It's going to be a substitution by the look of it now. In fact, Millie Bright's going up front. Again, if you remember, this is what happened in the Euros game, wasn't it? In the last 10 minutes, we threw Millie Bright up front and we scored. Are we going to do the same again? It wasn't Millie Bright, of course, who scored, but she helped to create the opportunity. So let's see what's happening here. The referee's now coming over to this near side again. Is Ella Toon going off? Is that what we've done? We made that substitution?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ella Toon's going off. She didn't really have any impact at all in this game, did she, unfortunately?
Who's coming on then?
And who's coming on, we're not quite sure yet. They haven't announced it, have they? Will it be Beth England, maybe, a striker coming on? You'd imagine probably that's what we'll have to do. You don't really want anybody else coming on, do we? I don't know what's happening here, because Ella Toon, is she coming off or not? It is Beth England, yeah. Beth England, that's a good substitution that, you know.
Come on, Beth.
She can hold the ball up well and see. And Hermoso's back on again anyway, following that fake injury that she had. Bongo Guna says this is game over. England don't look like scoring in the next hour. No, well, we don't particularly look like scoring. It only takes one moment, doesn't it? One little flick, one little chance, and we can score. So we didn't look like scoring in that Euros game, and we did. So who knows? Lauren James now, she could be the one to make something happen over on that far side. She's going in a bit of a blind alley at the minute, but she's kept the ball well. Found Alex Greenwood, tries to get across and it's charged down. It's going to be a throw. She's just been booked and she kicked the ball away. She's in trouble here. You kick the ball away, you should be sent off. Come on, ref, do your job. That's got to be a second yellow card. It's got to be. She just kicked the ball away. You can't do that. This referee's been terrible. Anyway, cross comes in from Lucy Bond over to that far side. Alex Greenwood gets it out wide. Chloe Kelly's now switched wings. She's over on that far side. That cross is charged down. It's going to be a throw again to England. We've put in some pressure on, but we're not creating any chances.
Come on, lasses, man.
Bongo Gunner says, where's the second yellow? Exactly, where is the second yellow? That's definitely a second yellow, isn't it? Anyway, England are still in possession. We're into the last 2 minutes of normal time, but there's going to be loads and loads of stoppage time, let's be honest. Lucy Bronze now charging forward for England up this near side. Lauren Hemp's here in space. She switches the play instead. It's flicked on by Millie Bright, who's playing as a centre forward. Comes back to Millie Bright. A shot's deflected. And the goalkeeper stops it going behind for a corner. and more time ticks away. And it actually, Alexis Putellas is going to be coming on. So she clearly is fit. But anyway, Spain can't make this substitution yet because the ball hasn't gone out of play. Jess Carter heads that one forward, looking for Lauren James. Spain win the ball. And now it's this Pirelli who should have been sent off, bringing the ball forward. A little bit of space now for Caldente. It's in for Hermoso. Good defending there. Jess Carter threw herself at that. It's going to be a corner, though, to Spain. They can make the substitution now. Great defending that was from Jess Carter, actually. You have to say. Put a body on the line there. Just managed to get that wide. Very important challenge. And it's going to be Caldente's going off. And it's going to be Alexis coming on for the, well, just basically for stoppage time, because we're basically at the end of the 90 minutes. Just about to find out, actually, what stoppage time is going to be. I'll be amazed if it's less than 10 minutes. So it is Alexis Putellas coming on for this final stages of this game. It is a corner to Spain. Let's see what the stoppage time is going to be. It's going to have to be masses of it, surely. Although knowing this referee, it'll probably be 2 minutes. They still haven't announced it, actually. But anyway, 13 minutes. Well, there you go. I said there'll be at least 10. 13. So there's plenty of time. Let's not worry. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Well, I'm worried. I don't know about you, but I'm worried.
There's plenty of time. There's no panic.
No panic.
Spain are in possession over on that far side. They can't go to the corner flag already. Oh, Beth England does really well defensively, actually. But we still can't get the ball away from our own corner flag. But we should do now. But we haven't done actually. That's a poor clearance from Alex Greenwood. The ball's on the edge of the box with Hermoso. Obviously, if Spain were to get a second goal now, I mean, there's still enough time left to get two, but it seems unlikely. We haven't really looked like getting one, have we? Has the goalie made a save in his second half? I'm not sure she has. We haven't created anything, really, have we? Anyway, Spain are going to try and keep the ball for 13 minutes, I'm sure. Well, 12 now that remain.
Oh, well, just get it off them and get up there.
We just need one chance. Millie Bright is definitely playing as a centre forward, which is
not in the
brilliant,
back,
really. We've gone sort of free at the back with Lucy Bronze dropping in. But now Spain are going to try and exploit that space in behind. Good save for Mary Earps again.
Mary.
And that was Bateau there with the effort for Spain.
Yes,
there's going to be chances. Of course, in fact, it's good defending actually from Jess Carter again. They're going to have chances. Of course they are. We've got to get more bodies forward. That's a good save for Mary, actually. That would have sealed it there. Jeffo says there, Bormati and Hermoso, best players, such a joy to watch them. Well, it isn't really when they're playing against us. Steve says, third of one half left. Don't see anyone scoring for England. Well, no, we don't, but, you know, goals can come from nowhere, can't they? And it just takes one moment. We've got players who can create that one moment, whether it's, you know, Lauren James, Lauren Hemp, you know, Beth England can score a goal if the ball's in the box. You know, Millie Bright as a centre forward.
They're wasting time.
Of course, they're wasting time. Just add it on. Just keep adding it on. Anyway, this corner comes in. It's not a bad ball, actually. It's well defended again. I think, well, that was Lucy Bronze that time. And now it is going to be a free kick to England. We've played 2.5 minutes of the 13 of stoppage time. There is loads of time left, really.
Doesn't feel like it.
But we need to find something.
Running out of time. Come on.
We are running out of time. It's going to take one moment, isn't it? That's all it takes. One moment. Alex Greenwood. It's not a great ball, though, is it? Really, it's not a great ball at all. It's a tired-looking ball. And now Spain are coming forward again. Ball into the box. Is this going to be the moment? Oh, Lucy Bronze didn't really get a clearance on it, but she did enough. And she's going to try and win the ball back. Lucy Bronze there. Oh, brilliant play, actually, from Lucy Bronze. Now, Lauren James plays the ball up the line. Can England get the ball forward? We do, but there's nobody there.
No one there. Well, how weird, man.
Oh, come on. Beth England needs to get herself up there. It's a long ball played forward. There's going to be a lot of spaces in behind England, but we need to get the ball forward now. Alex Greenwood, can she do a better pass forward this time? She plays it in to Beth England, who's dropped deep, plays the ball out wide to Lauren Hemp. She's going to have to run at this Spanish defence. She cuts back inside. We've only played 3.5 minutes at the stoppage time. There's still 10 minutes to play. This is good ball. Chloe Kelly. Can she get a cross in? Chloe Kelly's done well. Plays the ball into the box. Defenders there. Maybe it wasn't the greatest ball, actually. But anyway, Lucy Bronze is going to pick this up.
Oh,
Terrible
Lucy,
ball
what
from
was that?
That's not a great ball. She needs to try and win this ball back. And
She has. Go on. She's got it back.
It's handball from Given.
Oh. Shit. It's not going my way.
It probably was handball, that one.
It's just not going our way at the moment.
Are we going to find something? Sarina is calling for more from the team. We've still got 9 minutes to play. There is still 9 minutes left, maybe a bit more, because Spain aren't exactly in a hurry to do anything. And you can't really blame them. We'd be doing the same. I remember in the Euros final when we took it down to the corner flag with 5 minutes to play. So you can't blame Spain for what they're doing, but we just need to forget that and focus on our game. Try to get the ball up the other end of the pitch, which we're struggling to do. Every time anyone goes near Spain, they're going down. A Spanish player, they're going down and winning a free kick. I mean, she was pushed over, to be fair. Eight minutes left. And it's a free kick to Spain. And the World Cup is slipping away from England.
It is.
It is slipping away. The one thing we cannot afford to do is concede a second goal. This free kick chipped into the box towards the far post. There's a lot of space there. The cross comes in, but Lucy Bronze is there. Chloe Kelly doing some good defensive work. Jess Carter again. She's done well in the second half, actually, defensively, Jess Carter. Can England get the ball away? We can with Lauren James. Now this is an opportunity. What's ahead of her? Lauren Hemp on this near side. James goes off ahead of her. Is this going to be the opportunity for England? Lauren Hemp on this near side looking for a bit of space. She's got two defenders there for company. She does well, Lauren Hemp. Not a great ball, though. It's cut out. It's going to be a throw, though, to England. 6 minutes of stoppage time gone. That means 7 minutes to play. Can we get a moment? Just one little moment. Lucy Bronze plays that ball forward, looking for Chloe Kelly. Spain don't really deal with it particularly well. Lauren James, she looks like she's going on a Sunday afternoon stroll sometimes. And she's lost the ball there. She didn't really have a lot of options, to be honest. And Spain trying to get the ball clear, but Lucy Bronze has put it out. It's a throw, 6.5 minutes of stoppage time played. Lucy Bronze looks as though she's got a bit of an injury, actually. But we're getting very, very close now to the final whistle. Neil's in the chat there, mate. He says it only takes us a few seconds to score. Still a chance. Oh, there's still a chance. Of course there is. But we haven't created a chance for a very long time in this game. Steve says James playing like it's a friendly. Well, others play like it's a friendly. She's got that attitude, hasn't she? She's got that laid back kind of demeanour about her. Go on, Beth England's turned away there. Beth England trying to battle her way through. But she can't find a way past. You have to say, we said Spain's defence was probably their weakness, but they've actually defended well today. You have to say, we haven't maybe done enough in that final third, though, really. But Spain have defended well. Alex Greenwood finds the ball out wide to Chloe Kelly's now on that far side. She was closed down. We've lost the ball.
Where that was going.
And Spain now looking to try and...
Come on.
Oh, Georgia Stanway did really well, but she then ran straight into trouble. And now Bon Matty's bringing the ball forward for Spain as they got a player over on that far side. Good play from Kira Walsh, actually. But Bon Matty carries on. The shot comes in again. Jess Carter's in the way. She's been a brick wall back there. Shot comes in again. This time it's Lucy Bronze throwing herself at it. It's going to be a corner to Spain, and they're not going to take this quickly, are they? I mean, we've got to defend properly as well, obviously, but we need to work the other end of the pitch, and we've not been able to do that. Brilliant play there from Jess Carter initially, and I say Lucy Bronze just threw herself at that shot there, And it is a corner to Spain. Surprised they're not going for a short one, but there is still quite a lot of time left. The corner comes in long towards the far post. Good defensive header that was there. Again, was it Jess Carter? I think it might have been. Is it going to be another corner to Spain? It is. It was Jess Carter's header. She has had a great second half, you have to say, but it's not really defensive play that we need at the minute. We need to get that ball up the other end of the pitch and somehow find a way to get a goal, which would only lead to another half an hour anyway. And we look sort of dead on our feet anyway, but a goal can change everything. But this is a corner to Spain over on the far side. We've got to deal with this first before we start thinking about getting a goal of our own. Oh, that was a dangerous corner, actually. And Mary, it's gone behind for a goal kick to England. Paradis it was, trying to get on the end of that. And England now, we've got 4.5 minutes left. No, 3.5 minutes left of stoppage time. We need a big moment from somebody. Are we going to find one? You have to say we're giving it everything, but we just don't seem to have that quality or composure to create that chance. Or can we hear? It's a throw though to England now, midway inside the Spanish half on this near side. Lauren Hemp plays the ball square. There's 3 minutes to play. We've given the ball away again.
Oh,
And there's a
a
breakaway for
Definitely
Spain. Alex Green was coming across there. Oh, brilliant tackle from Alex Green was there. Wow. What a tackle that was.
Wow.
And she can start an attack for England as well. Chloe Kelly. Can England find something at the other end of the pitch? We've defended well in the second half, but
God,
we can't find a goal. Jess Carter's long ball forward looking for Beth England. Good take on her chest there from Beth England. She needs a bit of help.
Oh, Jesus,
what are you doing?
man.
Tried to backheel it into the path of Chloe Kelly, but it was never going to get there. And now Spain can come forward again. No, they can't because Chloe Kelly's won the ball. In fact, the referee's given a foul again because one of the Spanish players has gone down pretending to be hurt. It will lead to more stoppage time. We're in the 101st minute already. It's Amoso's gone down injured again. As she has, I mean, she's won the ball. Yeah, she stood on her foot, but she's won the ball first. That's not a foul.
She just looked at the clock thinking, oh, no.
2 minutes left. There'll be a bit more. Are we going to see some real drama here in the World Cup final, or are Spain going to see this out? Bongo Goodness says there, never should have taken off Russo. Well, we'll see. There's a chance now. Jess Carter again. How brilliant has she been in this second half, actually? And she's won a free kick for England as well. Brilliant play from Jess Carter again. I think it might have been an offside anyway, but she wouldn't have known that at the time. Now, this has got to be the moment for England. We've got to get that ball up the pitch.
God, I can't
We've got to get it up the pitch. It's long from Mary Earps. It's flicked on. Millie Bright's up there, but she's not going to get the ball. England trying to win the ball back. Of course, Spain are going to go down, and of course, Spain are going to get a free kick.
Getting on my freaking nerves, y'all. They're getting on my nerves.
I mean, the referee's not helping things by just giving into them every time they fall down. We're into the last minute of the 13, but surely there's going to be more. Surely there's going to be more for the time they've wasted. Spain think they've won. Their substitutes are all up. They think they've won. But there is still time. And England have got a throw, but it's in the defensive third. We need to get that ball up the pitch. Lucy Bronze throws it long. Up the line, Millie Bright is trying to hold it up. She has done. Lauren Hemp, is this going to be the moment for England? Beth England's in the box. Get the cross in. It comes across. There's no England player there. There is now Millie Bright's in there. Spain clear it away. Was that the chance? It's a throw to England. Another Spanish player's gone down. They spent the whole of this second half falling on the floor. Millie Bright's complaining. It's not a foul. It's not. It's going to be a throw to England. More time to be added on. That's a great cross though from Lauren Hemp. But there was no England player in there. That's the problem. It was a good ball. but there was no England player in there. Millie Bright's gone for that second ball. That's not a foul. It's just two players going for the ball together. It wasn't given as a foul. She's back on her feet again. It is a throw though to England. Jess Carter's going to take this long. This is probably England's last chance. This is probably England's last chance. It's a long throw into the box. Headed away, not very far. Georgia Stanway plays it back in. Is it going to come to Chloe Kelly at the far post? Oh, it's missed kick by the defence. It's a corner. Spain are getting nervous as well in the penalty area. You've wasted time, mate. Stop looking at your watch, you tit. You've wasted 10 minutes. Mary Earps is coming up for this corner. It's now or never for England. This is it. If we score from this corner, if we don't score from this corner, it's all over, you feel. Yeah. Mary Earps is in there. The corner comes in. It's a dangerous ball. No, good catch from the keeper. A good catch from the keeper. She's done that a couple of times. And you do feel that's it. In fact, it is. The final whistle's gone. Spain have won the World Cup. And you have to say it's been a bit of a shit game. The referee was disgraceful. Spain wasted time, but you have to say England didn't create enough chances. In the game, we just wasn't quite good enough in that final third. One mistake it was at the back, the goal, and that was it. And then after that, we just didn't do enough. We wasn't able to do enough to get back in it. I don't think the goalie's made a save in that second half. And yeah, not quite good enough, was it? And, you know, maybe a little bit for me was the celebrations after that semi-final. It felt as though they felt that they'd done the job really a little bit. It felt, I'm sure that wasn't the case. It maybe felt a little bit like that. And today we just wasn't quite at it, were we, enough? Yes, that shot from Lauren Hemp to hit the bar in the first half could have made a difference. They scored soon after that, but we didn't create enough chances in the game, did we? Spain could have scored a couple more. Yes, there was always going to be more spaces opening up. But yeah, disappointing performance from England. Did Sarina make those substitutions too early? Chloe Kelly did well when she came on. Lauren James had one or two moments. Would it have been better to have waited and done that a little bit later in the game to see how it played out? You know, was that a bit of a panic a little bit? It didn't work, did it? The second half, we probably played better in the first half, funnily enough, even though they scored the goal. We just didn't create anything, did we, in that second half at all? There's disappointment there from England, of course there is. But we got to the final, 2 finals in 2 years. It's the same for Sarina, isn't it? She won the Euros and lost the World Cup with Holland. She's won the Euros and lost the World Cup final with England as well. Just wasn't quite meant to be, was it, today for England? It wasn't our day. We didn't play well enough. And I thought we've got to say that. Yes, Spain wasted time and whatever else they did to win the game. We just wasn't quite good enough. And I think that's ultimately that's what it's come down to, isn't it? We didn't have enough quality in that final third. And I can't remember their goalie making a save in the second half at all. So, yeah, I think Spain probably did deserve to win, if we're honest.
They did, however, I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I just think they're just shocking.
I've never liked Spain. I've never liked Spanish football. One of the reasons why I've got a dislike for Arteta is for that reason.
My own
and
worst enemy, but they are shocking.
I don't like Spain. I don't like Spanish football. I never have done. And you know, I don't like to see them winning. But
we didn't create enough chances.
We didn't play well enough. No, we didn't. And
we didn't.
You can't. You know, we didn't really turn up.
That's not why we didn't win, because they're shocking and the ref was shocking.
I think if we played like we played in the semi-final, would we have won? We'll never know.
Go next time.
You know, we wasn't good enough today.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with the substitutions, as Terry says there. He says wrong substitutions at half time. Well, I don't think it's the wrong substitutions. They were made at the wrong time. We didn't need to make them at half time, did we? It was only 1-0. And I don't think Russo should have come on. I think another 10, 15 minutes into the second half first, and then maybe made the changes. It almost felt like Sarina didn't really want to leave Lauren James out in the first place. She felt she had to because she didn't want to change the team. So she looked at an opportunity to get her on too early. But, you know, we can't really question Sarina. It's only the second game she's lost for us, you know what I mean? So it's not like we can question her too much. But is that the reason we lost? Probably not. It probably isn't, because we hadn't created much in the first half either. We created slightly more. But yeah, it did seem a little bit of a panic substitutions to make that early in the game.
Serena,
yeah, I'm surprised she made them that early. And let's be honest, Lauren James didn't really have much impact, did she, in the game when she came on? I thought Chloe Kelly did well.
She did.
That was a good change, you know, for Rachel Daly. That was a good change. That worked. But I don't think Lauren James worked, did it? She had one or two moments, but she didn't impact the game really at all. And yeah, Nathan says there, enjoy the commentary. I will tune in for the game tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. By yourself, mate. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, mate. Speak to you tomorrow. Disappointing. Very disappointing. And we've allowed this horrible Spain team to win, but there you go. Yeah, not good enough, was it really? And yeah, disappointing. But we have to look at it, don't we? You know, with the players England have had missing, the fact we even got to the final at all. You know, I don't think anybody really expected us to get to the final at the start of the tournament. You know, we've said on the show with the guys, you know, at the start of the tournament, quarterfinal, semi-final would have been a success for England, really, looking at it at the start. And then we grew into it, didn't we? And we got better and better, and suddenly we made it through to the final with a couple of brilliant performances. But we just seemed to run out of legs a little bit, didn't we? Today, we didn't seem to have the energy. And yeah, Terry says there, Russo should have stayed on with Kelly coming on. Yeah, it's easy to say that now, I suppose.
Yeah.
If it works, if Lauren James scored the equaliser and we won the game in extra time, I think everybody would have said it was the right decision, and managers live and die by those decisions. Yeah, you know, I thought it was early to make it, but anyway, I don't think that's the reason we lost. We just wasn't quite good enough today. We didn't quite have the legs, and yeah, maybe it's just, you know, we couldn't have done any more in the tournament as a whole, could we? And today, I think they gave everything they had. They just didn't really have a lot left, did we? Unfortunately, and yeah, it's not. It wasn't meant to be, was it? I don't think England are destined to ever win a World Cup. I just don't think they are ever, men or women. It's just not meant to be for England, is it? You know, I think winning the Euros last year.
I wouldn't give up on the women, though. I wouldn't give up on the women.
Yeah, but you got to think 4 years' time the next World Cup.
Well,
yeah, some of these players will still be playing. Of course they will. You know, Lauren James, Lauren Hemp. We've got some young players in there, but you know, by the time the next World Cup comes around, Millie Bright's probably not going to be playing. Beth Mead is going to be in her 30s. Is she going to be able to do it again? I don't know. You know, Georgie Stanway, all these players, you know, they're getting older, aren't they? In 4 years' time. Have we got the young players coming through? I don't know. Yes, some of these squad. Russo is obviously still young enough. She'll be at the next World Cup. I don't know. You know, Lucy Bronze obviously won't be. You know, the experienced players. I don't know. I felt this was our chance with this squad, with this group of players. I felt this was our chance to win a World Cup. You know, maybe we'll be. Maybe that'll be wrong, and maybe in 4 years' time we can come back and be stronger. I'm not convinced. I think this was our team. If we were going to do it, this was the team to do it. And let's see, there is a Euros in 2 years. Let's try and win that. Oh, is that? That'll be 3 years, won't it? The next Euros. No, they're going to put them back on track. I don't know what they do with that anyway, but I don't know. I felt this was our chance with this team. Just wasn't. It wasn't quite there, was we, on the day, unfortunately. And it is Spain. They'd never won a knockout game before this World Cup. Have now won the whole tournament. I'll be interested to hear from Sarina actually, just to see.
Of course.
I'm hoping that whoever asks her the questions does ask her about the substitutions, why they were made at that point in the game, why they was done that early, just to find out what the reasoning behind it was. Because we said it at the time, it seemed a bit strange, but hopefully they don't like bottle out of asking her the question, because it needs to be asked, doesn't it? Whether it'll be after the game or maybe in the press conference afterwards, it's got to be mentioned, hasn't it? You know, as it didn't work, I suppose, you know, it has to be asked. I mean, I thought Chloe Kelly did play well. And Jess Carter, I thought that second half was brilliant. But yeah, just wasn't. Just wasn't our day.
Oh,
it wasn't our day. We didn't play well enough.
Oh, Nate.
Yeah, we just didn't play well enough, did we? When it counted, unfortunately. And in the final third, we didn't create enough chances. And if you don't create the chances, you're not gonna. Yes, one moment could have done it, you know, but it wasn't to be today. But yeah, I will be quite interested to hear from Sarina what were the reasons behind that. You know, she's not got too many things wrong, Sarina, has she? In the whole time as England manager, and certainly in this World Cup, she hasn't got too many things wrong. But I think we're all a little bit surprised at the timing of those substitutions. Particularly the Russo one. I think Russo going off because of the goals that she scored late in the games in the previous two rounds. She hadn't done a lot in some of them games necessarily, any more than she had done in that first half. So I would have kept her on because she could have got a goal. She's the one player that you know is likely to get a goal, and her and Hemp have linked up so well. And we didn't have that in the second half. As well as Chloe Kelly played, she didn't have that link up with Lauren Hemp in the same way. I know they play for the same club domestically, but they didn't seem to have that same link up, did they? And obviously Lauren was then playing more central, which maybe isn't her strongest position. I don't know. It did seem a bit strange. Terry says Russo don't look injured. No, she doesn't look injured. Terry says Greenwood looks like she's just fought Mike Tyson. Yeah, she does a bit there. She does there. And I'm sure she'll have a bit of a black eye tomorrow as well. But yeah, I'm desperate to find out what the reasoning behind those changes were at the time they were made. But anyway, let's see what she has to say. I'm not sure when they'll speak to her, but I don't know if they'll speak to any of the England players. They're all very upset, aren't they? They're just showing a goal again. Lucy Bronze going on a journey that she didn't need to go on, really.
Yeah, really. That's a shame.
But once we lost the ball, I mean, Lucy's response is quite disappointing because she made no effort to come back. But the rest of the team, Russo switched off a little. Was that why they took her off? For that reason? Because she didn't switch on quick enough to come back, which is not really her job as a defender, is it? I mean, yes, you've got to do your job for the team. But if you look at when Lucy loses the ball in the centre circle, she stands there. Yes, Russo doesn't react. Jess Carter's slow to react. And then look at the player who scores, runs past Russo, and she's slow. Yeah, she is slow, but she's not a defender. So she's not got a defender's mindset. So, you can't blame her for that necessarily. She tried to get back when she realised the danger, but it was too late. But that's not her natural game, is it? She won't think defensively because that's not her job. And yes, it's easy to look at Russo and say, yeah, she should have reacted quicker. She should have done, but it was defensively we were out of shape, and that's why we conceded the goal. I'm sure that won't be why Russo got taken off, because that's not really her job, is it? I say it was Lucy holding on to the ball for too long was what created the space in the first place, and we didn't cover for that. But anyway, it's done now. That's the goal. We had plenty of time after that
Can't take it back,
to put it right. We had plenty of time in the game. It was only 29 minutes played when they scored. We had the time. We didn't create enough chances. Simple as that. The set pieces were poor. Actually, a couple of corners straight at the keeper. We didn't have enough quality, did we? In that final third, we just didn't have enough quality today. which is a shame. But anyway, they're going to show the Lauren Hemp charts that hit the bar, which is saying that is an area that we came. And to be fair, Spain didn't create a lot of chances. They had a few more towards the end when we were. Yeah, they had a few more towards the end, Spain, when we were obviously taking more risk. Millie Bright came out of defence and there were spaces. So they obviously, when you look at the stats, you're going to see Spain had a lot more shots on target than we did. But that isn't necessarily the total story of the game, is it? Because, you know, for most of the game, no one really created a lot of chances, did they? Neither team did. Neither goalie had a lot to do. Mary Earps, obviously, in the end, had to make a few more saves. But yeah, we didn't do enough, did we, unfortunately? And in the end, that ridiculous penalty decision didn't really make too much difference, did it? And it maybe didn't give us the momentum that we thought it would. Terry says we didn't actually have a shot in the second half. No, I don't remember one. I don't remember a shot in the second half. No, we had a couple of corners, didn't we? A few crosses into the box that wasn't great. But yeah, it wasn't good enough in that final third, was it? And that's why we've lost this game. I don't want to hear from Farrell Williams. I want to hear from some of the England players. Well, from Sarina, actually. Not so much the players. I don't know what the players are going to be able to say, really.
What can they say? I mean,
the
they're so
players
disappointed.
can't really say a lot, can they? But I definitely want to hear what Sarina's got to say. Because, yeah, some strange decisions there. But anyway, England have lost the World Cup, which is not great, is it? But there you go. At least I've seen England playing a World Cup final now. So it only took 55 years for me to see it. 57 years in total for England to be in a final. And yeah, it's the second final in a row. In fact, it's the third England final in 3 years, isn't it? Because the England men got to the Euros in 2021. Obviously, the women won the Euros last year, and now the women have got to the World Cup final. So it's been a good run, hasn't it, for English football in the last few years in terms of getting to finals. Yes, we've lost two of them, but it's a massive step forward, isn't it, I suppose, for English football when we hadn't reached the final for all those years before, since 66. So, yes, there's been massive improvements, hasn't there, for England? And let's hope we can maybe build on the last few years. I'm not convinced that we will. I think that this particular group of England players, this is maybe this was their time, you know, the Euros and this. But we'll see. Some of them are still young enough to come back. Obviously, Russo. Some of them are not quite so. Lucy Bronze won't play at the next World Cup, you don't imagine. Millie Bright probably not. But yeah, we should be proud of what they've achieved.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years, 2 finals back to back. No England team's ever done that before, and I doubt another England team will. Quite honestly, so. It's not going to take anything away from this team. The fact that we lost today, they've achieved a lot. Oh, here we go, Millie Bright. Let's have a listen.
No, no.
Captain.
Yeah, it's really hard to take. But we gave everything. We can hand on heart say that we gave everything. Whether in the first half we weren't our best, second half we definitely bounced back, showed our fight, showed our character. And we had chances. We did look back at the game. We hit the ball. We had chances. We just didn't have that final edge today. And obviously they put theirs in the back of the net.
At half time, you changed your formation and there was a much improved performance in the second half. How much belief was there coming out after that half time team talk?
Yeah, there was a lot of belief. We've been 1-0 down in the game before. We bounced back, and that was the aim today. We never give in. And yeah, sometimes it's hard to take, but it's football, and we're absolutely heartbroken. But yeah, we can hand on heart say we gave everything, and yeah, unfortunately we just weren't there today.
It's the first World Cup final for an England women's side. When you look around this squad and just how much you've achieved over the space of this tournament, how much pride does that fill you with?
Yeah, a massive amount. The girls have
Oh, as they're showing that.
I said it before, in a lot of
Get away.
At the start of the tournament, probably a few lost a little bit of belief in us, but we never stopped believing in ourselves. And even today, we had the full belief. But you know, sometimes football goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. And like I said today, we just couldn't quite cut it. But we played in a World Cup final. I think in a couple of weeks we'll really appreciate this day and coming second. But it's really hard to take because we're winners. We want to be winners. But yeah, it is what it is.
But you girls played your hearts out tonight. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
No worries, thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, you know,
What else
what
can
can
you
you
say?
say, you know. See, I don't know if we did play better in the second half. We didn't actually create any chance in the second half. And yes, maybe in certain aspects of the game we played better, maybe. We seemed to take the game to Spain more in the second half, perhaps, than we had in the first half. I thought in the first half we created all the chances that we had in the whole game. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I agree we played better in the second half, mate. I don't know. Maybe in 2/3 of the pitch, maybe, and certainly not in the final third. Anyway, they're giving young player of the tournament to Paraleo, who should have maybe been sent off in the end there for a second yellow card. But anyway, she looks like she's getting young player of the tournament. And to be fair, you know, she didn't have a great game today, to be fair to her, but overall, she's made an impact. 19 years old, you got to say, you know, well done to her. I'm sure she's going to have a big career ahead of her. And she's got the young player of the tournament. I'm not sure who gets the golden boot, actually. Or was it that Japanese player, maybe? I'm not really sure.
You know, who scored the most?
There didn't seem to be one player that scored a load of goals, did there? I'm not sure who got that, actually. I think that there was a Japanese player who scored 5 goals. But obviously, Russo scored 4. She needed a goal today, could have got the golden boot. And Mary Earps is getting goalkeeper of the tournament by the look of it. The golden gloves.
Mary.
Well done, Mary. She made some good saves today, Mary Earps, actually. So yeah, fair play to her. She's getting an award. I don't know who's going to get the actual player of the tournament. It's going to be a Spanish player. I said beforehand it'll be a Spanish player regardless of whether they won or lost. But anyway, well done to Mary.
Go on, Mary.
She got it at the Euros last year as well, didn't she? So you know she's you know, it's been a good tournament for her overall. But no, well done, Mary. Yeah, golden gloves for her. Fully deserved as well. And she played well today, Mary Earps, actually. I think Bon Massey's getting player of the tournament by the look of it. You can't really argue too much with that, to be fair. She's a great player. So she is getting player of the tournament. And yeah, she did play well today. She's had a good tournament. So yeah, she's got the player of the tournament, which I think she'd have probably gone anyway, even if they'd lost. Mark C says, we didn't create enough in the final third. In the entire second half, James had 1 shot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 1 shot. She did have 1 shot. Actually, I forgot about that shot. That was probably the only shot we had in the second half, wasn't it? Near the end when the goalie tipped it over the bar. Yeah, that probably was our only shot. Terry has been our best player in 2 games. Says a lot, really. Well done, Earps. No, Mary Earps has done well. But it is Bon Massey getting the player of the tournament, which is probably deserved. She's a great player. And she had a good game today. So, yeah, that is I don't know who the golden boot is, actually. I don't know if they've given it out, have they? Maybe because the golden boot winner's not in this game. But not quite sure. But I'm not sure if they've even announced it, have they?
I don't know.
I don't know who the Golden Boot winner is. I don't think they ever announced it. But anyway, I think it might have been that Japanese player because I'm sure she scored 5. And he's all the referees. What are they giving him anything for?
You kick up a friggin' arse and that.
It's being terrible. Anyway, Mark says I was hoping the team would get a lift from Elk's penalty save, but it never materialized. No, exactly. No, it didn't, did it? I thought we were going to be really fired up for it after that, but we wasn't able to, was we, to turn that around from that point. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the turning point in the game, actually, but it wasn't. I mean, it looked like it was going to be the turning point. Had Spain scored and gone 2-0 up, it would have been. But yeah, I felt after Mary saved that penalty that, yeah, we could have gone on and turned that around, but we didn't. So all the referees and that there are getting, I'm assuming that these are the referees. Yeah, they are, yeah. I mean, to be fair, some of them are all right, I suppose, but the VAR and the referee today weren't great, were they? Let's be honest. And these are the referees from today. Well, the referee smiling away, look, you know what I mean? As though she's done well for herself, you know what I mean? She was terrible. But there you go, she's going to get a medal out of it. But there you go. Terry says, still look on the bright side. Gouda Girls will win the WSL this season. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope we win something. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Mark says, I'm disappointed because we can play so much. But yeah, and I think that's the thing. I mean, I know Millie Bright said they gave everything, and I think they did give everything. I think physically they gave everything that they could give. Just in terms of quality, we can play better. You're right. We've seen us play better. We know we can play better. And yeah, that will be a disappointment that they'll have to deal with now, won't they? Because you can give everything, and I don't think we can question that. But yeah, they just didn't play well enough, as well as we can. I mean, are these all the VAR referees and all these hundreds of them? Where they got all these from? Oh look, he has to get involved, isn't he? The old guy from FIFA. Look, he loves it, doesn't he? What a knobhead. He'd love that for England loss as well, wouldn't he?
Oh, is it that same guy?
Of course it is.
Oh, he's a right horse.
Oh yeah, he hates us, doesn't he? When we won the Euros, he like gave us something. Oh, there you go, have a medal for winning. Anyway, they're going up to get them runners up medals, and you know it's been a great tournament for England. Let's be honest. To get to a World Cup final is a fantastic achievement. I say the men haven't done it for 57 years, and the women have never done it before. Of course, a lot less chances to have done it. And yeah, let's not get too disappointed with today. It's been disappointing, of course.
It's hard, but yeah.
They've had a great tournament. They've had a great couple of years. Some of these players, you know, have played in all the games, in all the tournaments now in the last 2 years. And Sarina as well, who's done such a great job getting us there. And, you know, it wasn't meant to be today, but that shouldn't deflect away from the achievement that this team have done. You know,
no, they've done absolutely
to reach
fantastic.
a World Cup final isn't easy, and the way that we did it as well, having to beat teams from every continent, having to overcome various different issues, Kira Walsh's injury earlier in the tournament, all the players that were missing, would that have made a difference? Having Leah Williamson, Beth Mead, Fran Kirby, of course it would have done. It may well have been if them three had been able to play today in a final. We may have been. We'll never know. Of course not. We'll never even know if we got to the final if they were in the team. We just don't know there. But yeah, we can't lose track of the fact that it's been a great achievement. Just to even be in a World Cup final is amazing, isn't it? And all these players that have played deserve massive credit, don't they? And hopefully, once the disappointments died down, I'm sure everyone will realise what a fantastic group of players this is. And yeah, and what they've achieved is remarkable, really. Terry says, at least she's smiling after the game rather than when booking our players. Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. Terry says, am I the only one to see us win a World Cup senior? So, well, you maybe are, yeah. I've never even seen us play a World Cup final before, so it would have been nice, wouldn't it? But, it wasn't meant to be today. And the players have got their runs up there. Sarina's now going up and getting her medal. I mean, what can you say about Sarina? Incredible. What an incredible job she's done. Yes, maybe today she got it wrong. Maybe them substitutions, maybe it was. But we certainly can't.
Well, come second.
We can't criticise her. Yeah, we've won the Euros and come second in the World Cup. I mean, wow, what more could you want? Really. Yes, winning it would have been fantastic. But what a brilliant group of players these are, and what a brilliant manager Sarina is. And yeah, we just need to appreciate that, don't we? Anyway, Spain are now getting ready for their moment. The first time they've won the World Cup, and let them enjoy their moment, even though they're not the nicest team, are they? I suppose, but the old FIFA guy's loving it. Look.
Oh, he'd be loving it.
Yeah. With his trainers and his suit on, look at him. Look.
Oh, they're getting hugs off these ones.
Funny,
oh, look at him!
When he was giving out the Euro medal
look
to
at
England,
that.
he wasn't smiling like that, was he?
No, he wasn't. Well, no,
Look
we got a handshake. They get the hugs. Look at this. There's four of them getting all the hugs.
Well, he's Spanish, isn't he? There, isn't he? So he
no wonder then. No wonder he's overjoyed.
But the other dude, I don't know what his problem is. Other than it's the fact England have lost. That's what he's happy about. A little trophy, of course, that Spain will be lifting very, very shortly. Which should have been ours, shouldn't it, really? But anyway. Terry says, in my opinion, our two best players were Carter and Greenwood at this World Cup. I mean, Carter's been brilliant, I agree. Yeah, Greenwood's had a good World Cup.
The full World Cup, I don't think so.
I think Lauren Hemp's been
Lauren Hemp's been outstanding.
She wasn't great today, I suppose.
No,
she did have her best moment.
Well, throughout the whole tournament.
I think Lauren Hemp's had a great tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Jess Carter was fantastic to do. Like,
yeah, she was. She was probably our best player today, Jess Carter, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Mary Earps had a decent World Cup. I would say Lauren Hemp was our best player.
Definitely.
If Lauren James hadn't done what she did in that game and had played in those previous two games, she would have had a chance. She was brilliant for 2 games, wasn't she? 2 or 3 games, she was brilliant, and then she didn't have much impact today.
Mary's had a good.
Mary done well. Really Bright's had a steady enough World Cup. I mean, they've all done well to get to the final. We never expected it.
We're a team, aren't we?
We never expected it, so we can't really be disappointed to have come second when we didn't expect to even be in the final at the start. So it's just when you get to a final, obviously you want to win that.
Oh God, yeah.
And it is disappointing that we wasn't able to get the
win today.
Yeah, that we didn't do enough in the game today to deserve the win, did we? But anyway. It is going to be Spain's moment. They are going to go up in a minute and get that trophy.
I mean, they were the better team.
And despite all their problems in internal issues, it seems like a couple of players didn't want to come to the play under the manager and stuff like that. They've had their issues, Spain, but they've managed to pull together, and they have got some very, very good players. There's no doubt about that. Obviously after Barcelona team, and we know how good they are. The European champions, and now they've sort of took that into the World Cup, haven't they? So yeah, despite all their issues, they have still produced the result when it matters. So she must be the actual captain, is she? Because she didn't play today, or didn't start, did she?
She came on last.
Yeah,
very last, didn't she?
Yeah, so she must be the normal captain,
right?
But anyways, they're going to get the World Cup now. And the old FIFA dude's loving it, and he's loving it. He can't wait to give it to him. Can you look? Here you go. Look.
He wants to be in the picture, him, man.
Oh, he does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Slimy trash.
Oh, he definitely is.
I'm not bitter at all.
So there we go. Spain have lifted the trophy.
Spain are the champs.
The fireworks are going off. And I think that's the worst thing, isn't it? When you lose a final,
You've got to
and
sit
you
and
have
enjoy
to
that.
sit and watch the other team
Oh God!
lift the
Then
cup.
we were there. They were opposite to us at Euros. They had to do that for us at Euros.
Well, no,
didn't
they wasn't in the final, were they? Spain.
Oh no, we beat them, didn't we?
We
Beforehand,
knocked
no,
them out.
we
So
won.
it was Germany. That's
We won
what's us do
Germany.
it.
Well,
But I mean, if that doesn't maybe motivate you to want to
we
be
knocked
up
them
there
out,
next
though.
time,
We knocked them out, didn't we?
you know, then I don't know what will really. But yeah, that's the worst thing, isn't it? When you have to
Watching that, yeah, come so far.
Yeah, and see the other team have the
Lift
trophy
the
that you
trophy.
wanted. But there you go.
well, mate.
And we've got a comment in there from Skunky Monkey says Carter was awful. Stanway and Bronze have been poor for the tournament. Midfield as a whole has been weak. Didn't utilise the substitutions. Daly at left wing back was just criminal. Well, I thought Daly did all right there. I thought Carter was really good today. I don't think you can say she was awful today. I mean, I think she's had a decent enough tournament. I think they've all had a good tournament. Yes, you know, you can look at some of the weaknesses in the team. Yeah, midfield wasn't as strong. But the fact is that despite all of those things that you've mentioned there, and I'm not necessarily totally disagreeing with you, I think you've been a little bit harsh. We still got to a final of a World Cup, which no other England team has ever done. No England women's team has ever done, and no England men's team done since 1966. So, you know, obviously it worked. We had key players out. We had to adjust and adapt to the circumstances that we had given to us at the time.
I mean, Millie wasn't overall fit. She had a
yes, at the beginning, at the beginning she wasn't great. She got better as it went along.
Yeah,
you know, same with Lucy Bronze. She wasn't fit before the tournament, and I think
before Kira was out.
Yeah, so we've had to overcome a lot of things. We got to a final, and we have to be, you know, we've overachieved probably in this World Cup when you put all the circumstances together. So we can't be too disappointed with coming second. Yes, today's performance wasn't great. It wasn't. Let's be honest, it wasn't good enough on the day. You can't win a World Cup final playing like we did today. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, we've had to overcome a lot of issues. We've had to overcome problems, and we've got to the final. And in the end, it was one step too far, wasn't it? Maybe that's how you got to look at it, really. But yeah, some players would have come out of this World Cup, I thought, with a lot of credit. Some of them not as good as last summer, I agree. I don't think Georgie Stanway was great this World Cup. I definitely agree with that. She wasn't at her best.
She was better for the Euros. They were all better for the Euros, obviously.
Yeah, they were. We played better football in the Euros. We were at home as well.
Well, we had key players. We had our captain. We had Beth.
Yeah, so, you know, I think we have to look at the circumstances of it all and say, you know, we've done as well as we could have done in this World Cup. Today was disappointing, and we can't hide that fact. You know, we didn't play well enough today, and that's unfortunately when it comes to finals, that's people only remember the team that wins, don't they? And unfortunately, this World Cup for England is going to be noted for losing in the final, isn't it? Which isn't a nice feeling. It's not, but
at least we're in the final.
But yeah, overall it's been a good tournament for England. I think our football, women's football, certainly, as you know, over the last couple of years, it's been massive strides for England, and we need to build on this going forward. Let's hope that we can. They just showed that penalty again, which was a bit of a joke, but anyway. Terry says the pundits have started making excuses for England already, saying Spain were out of this. Well, I mean, Spain played well. I don't think they were. They certainly wasn't unbeatable, Spain, were they? You know, if we'd maybe just played a little bit better in certain areas of the team today, we could have got something out of it. We could have won. I mean, it was a terrible penalty. It was a good save from Mary. Was she off her line? Let's have a look. Of course, she probably was actually. I suppose they didn't make her retake it. They probably realised it should never have been a penalty anyway. That's probably why they let Mary Earps off, because she did dive a bit early, didn't she? But anyway. So it wasn't to be today for the Lionesses. They fell at the final hurdle, if you like. We've lost the World Cup final. It finished Spain 1, England 0. Not quite meant to be, was it, today? We wasn't good enough in the game. Let's be honest. You know, that's simple facts is we wasn't quite good enough, was we? But it's been a great tournament for England again, another great tournament, and yeah, let's hope that we can build on all of this now going forward. And yeah, Sarina's on. Let's listen to Sarina.
Come on, Sarina's on.
How small were the margins this evening?
Yeah, I think everyone has seen an incredible game. Very open game, both teams who want to play football. Two different halves for us. I think the first half we had really struggled to have press on the ball, so we changed in the second half back to 4-3-3. I think we got momentum then. But then the tempo went out of the game. So I thought we got momentum, and then we have a penalty and an injury with Alex. Yeah, I think after all, I think Spain were just a little better than we were today, and they had a great tournament. So yeah, congrats for Spain.
So much to be proud of. The England players are clearly devastated. How are you doing, and what have you said to them?
Yeah, of course it feels really bad now. We're very, very disappointed. You go to the final, you want to give everything, you want to win the final, and then you lose it. That happens in sports too. But I think what we have done, how we have shown ourselves, who we are, how we want to play as a team, and overcoming so many challenges, I think we can be very proud of ourselves. Only it doesn't feel that way at the moment.
Thank you for speaking to us. Yeah, well done on a stunning tournament.
Thank you.
So much has been written and said.
What can you say?
Pretty much what we said, really, isn't it? I thought we have to be proud of what we've done in the tournament, but yeah, it's obviously disappointing, isn't it? When you lose a final, no one wants to lose today. Terry says, at least I can still enjoy smashing the hell out of my pear tree this afternoon. Wasn't really looking forward to doing it, but I am. Well, yeah, take your frustration out on that then. That's a good idea, isn't it? I suppose. But yeah, not. It wasn't the result we wanted, is it? But I say let's be proud of what they've achieved, and let's hope that women's football in this country can continue to grow, because it's been fantastic, hasn't it? For the last few years, it's improving and improving all the time, and I'm sure.
I prefer watching the women's football.
Yeah,
I love
do
to watch
now.
it.
Yeah, it is better to watch, and let's hope that the growth continues. And we'll be at the Stadium of Light in September to welcome this England team back, their first game back after the World Cup against Scotland at the Stadium of Light in September. So that's going to be good. And I'm sure that, despite not having a World Cup trophy to bring around the stadium, which we was all hoping that we were going to be able to see it, I'm sure they'll get the right reception from the fans and everything like that. For whatever achieved, it's going to be great. So we look forward to that. But yeah, the World Cup's over. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for England, hasn't it? Actually, we've been a bit up and down with our performances at times. We managed to find a way to win a lot of the games, but in the end, it was just, I say, one step too far today, wasn't it? And Spain were a better team. Sarina said, and she's right, they were a better team today. They probably did deserve to win, as much as we don't want to admit that. Really, they probably did. And yeah, we just have to appreciate what we've done, what we've achieved, and getting to a World Cup final. It's not like England get to loads of World Cup finals, let's be honest. So it's been a massive achievement, and yeah, we'll just, get over this and move forward, and hopefully there'll be more great moments to come for this team in future years. And we've got the WSL season starting in 6 weeks or so we can look forward to that as well. And I'm sure that's going to be a great season. But yeah, for now the disappointment is there, but yeah, we'll get over it, won't we? Terry says, at least a lot of Gooner girls got a medal at this World Cup. Yeah, they did, of course. Obviously, the Swedish one yesterday as well, who came third. And yeah, hopefully a couple more signings for the Arsenal women as well before the season starts. Maybe that one of the World Cup winners there, Kadina, maybe she will be coming to Arsenal in this summer. So we'll have a World Cup winner at the end of it all. We'll have to see. But yeah, not the World Cup winner we wanted, unfortunately, but there you go. So yeah, not the result we wanted today, but that's the way it goes. And fair play to Spain. They've won the World Cup, and yeah. Anyway, I'll be back later on this evening, 8:00, with Andreas and Amar and the guys to look back on the final, look back on the World Cup as a whole. So that'll be 8:00 tonight. Of course, tomorrow it is Arsenal in action away at Crystal Palace in the Monday night game. So I'll be here for that one at 7:45 for the 8 o'clock kickoff. So join me for that one as well. So lots coming up. Tuesday, Adam's here for the Arsenal review, looking back on the Crystal Palace game, and then looking ahead, of course, as well to it's Fulham next weekend, isn't it? So lots coming up on the channel this week, and of course next weekend we'll have the Fulham game for you, one or two other bits and pieces as well. So don't forget to give us a like before you go. And remember to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight. Join us if you can, to get the guys in and see what they made of all that today. So yeah, the World Cup's finished. We've got one more show to come. And yeah, that will be World Cup coverage over. We hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll get going with the Premier League for tomorrow, for Crystal Palace against Arsenal. Hopefully, Arsenal can win. And that would be good, wouldn't it? To make up for this disappointment a little bit. Won't quite make up for it, but it would help a little bit, won't it? So that's that then. It finished. Spain 1, England 0. We will see you tonight for the highlight show, if you like. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday if you can. And we will see you very, very soon. Come on, you Lionesses. Wasn't to be today, but never mind.
Never mind.
See you later, guys. Take it easy. And don't forget, of course, fantastic theme tune, which we'll play one more time for tonight, but we will give you, I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a bit of an extended version, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, I can't find it now. Oh, I don't know where it is. I had a longer version of our theme tune I was going to play, but I don't know where it's gone. I'll see if I can find it for tonight anyway. But yeah, we'll have to play the normal one. So he says, come on, you Gunner girls indeed. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I will see you later tonight, and we will play out, of course, with Pete Drake's fantastic World Cup song. It wasn't quite enough to see us to win it, was it, this year? But it's a great song. See you later, guys. Ta-da.
Lionesses, you come so far, but don't forget who you are. You're true to yours, but also ours, giving hope to rising stars. Lionesses, here we go, to a